What's going on, guys? It's the Bigs Podcast, episode 17. And today we are having a hoodie special with all hands on deck because it is very cold everywhere we are. Starting off with the coldest guy in the room. It's 12 degrees in Denver, Colorado for Jason Ashby. Jason, how are you tonight?
I am freezing, but I'm doing well. Bundled up down here in my little cozy den, and I'm ready to talk baseball with you guys.
We are really excited. You did all of the research for this one. We'll talk about that after I finish introducing our other co-hosts here. In Aberdeen, Matawan, New Jersey, standing as the reigning, defending, undisputed World Heavyweight Bigs Champion of 2021, a three-time champion and our commissioner, making his return to the show again, Benjamin Aloysius Nisman. How are you this evening, my friend?
Doing well, Joe. It's not even that cold. I'm just a wimp sometimes when it gets around February, March, and I'm missing those good times. I appreciate the intro because it reminds me of those good times. Because even though we still felt a little of that 2020 and 2021, we got those 162 games. We got a good full fantasy season, an MLB season. We were able to crown legitimate champions, exactly what the sport needs. And now here we are, Joe, again, in disappointing times, feeling for different reasons than 2020, but we knew it was coming. Here we are. So I really appreciate you guys taking the time doing the research to distract us a little bit, because everything that's terrible that's going on, that's a time to discuss for a different time, you know, and it sucks, but let's do something else. And I'm looking forward to talking to four brilliant baseball minds. Thanks a lot for having me, man.
Hey, man. We love having you on the show. I'm happy that you're here. As soon as we came up with this idea, I immediately thought that you had to be a part of this. So I'm very happy that you're making time for us. Joining us as well from not all that chilly northern New Jersey, Mike Haber. Mike, you loved last week's pitcher episode. We're doing hitters today. Are you excited for this one?
Very excited to humiliate myself for the second week in a row. Let's do it. Yeah, no, it's not that cold here, but I echo Ben's sentiments, and I'm thrilled to be here and excited to, you know, take some wild stabs at this. It's going to be a lot of fun.
All right. Hoodies down. Let's get into this thing. What are we talking about today? Well, we are talking about the best hitters on every team for the last 20 years. If you did not see our pitcher episode last week, link to it will be right here. Go check that one out. It was a lot of fun. Me and Mike made a very, very controversial, but I think sturdy list with plenty of defense to stand on. So today we are going to do hitters. Jason, how did you come to decide that these are the players that we are going to be talking about today?
I basically look, first it was accolades. MVP awards was definitely, took the cake. If there was no awards, I kind of looked at, I really looked at OPS plus a lot with these guys. To me, I feel like that kind of signifies like a best pure hitter season. So I kind of looked at OPS plus a lot. And plus just the standard, batting average, home run, RBIs, but I think it's a pretty good list. I don't think there's too many huge surprises, but at the same time, I think there's going to be something you're going to go, oh yeah, that guy. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm looking forward to this.
Much like there was with pitchers, you're going to see some surprising names pop out. We're going to start this thing off here, and how would you guys like these introduced? Ben, Mike, you guys don't know who these guys are, so we're going to have you guys guess them. How would you guys like it? Would you want it in divisions? Would you like it in alphabetical order? What are we looking for?
Oh, I feel like kind of maybe what we did last week with following that sort of pattern. I don't know if that's cool with Ben, but like alphabetical.
We can go alphabetical team order. We can do
whatever makes it easiest for you. It's going to be really easy for me.
So then let's start with an easy one here. Let's start with the Los Angeles Angels best player over the last 20 years. Uh, I'm going to kick it to Mike Haver first here to make his first guess before we talk about anybody's accolades.
I'm going to throw out Mike Trout here.
Yeah, totally. Totally Mike Trout. And it's crazy because it's only been 10 years in the league. 11 years that he's in the league, but
Yeah.
2011 he was a
Well-
19-year-old with 123 at bats.
Right. But
10
from your
full
last
seasons.
show, it seemed like a guy could only needed about 4,
Right.
to get on. So
And he's been the best player in baseball for the last decade.
yeah,
And it's funny. Like when I was doing this research, like Vladimir Guerrero really has an incredible Angels career,
MVP.
but it pales. It pales in comparison to what Mike Trout's doing.
I mean, 3 MVPs, 3 second place finishes. I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4 second place finishes.
Wow.
A 4th. This is the first time this past season, 2021, when he only played 36 games, is the only time he did not receive an MVP vote other than his age 19 season. Like, the man is the absolute best player on the planet for the last decade. Is he an A?
Yes.
He's absolutely an A. Yeah.
Okay. Ben?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Then let us move on to the next player here, and let's talk about the Arizona Diamondbacks. Best hitter over the last 20 years. Ben, you'll get the first guess here.
The first guess. I mean, if I don't get it on the first guess, I think I can get it on the second.
Okay.
I'll say Paul Goldschmidt.
You got it, man. Paul Goldschmidt was the best guy for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And, I mean, there's not a whole lot of discussion about it. Jason, what did you find? Is he
Not
head
even
and
close.
shoulders? Yeah.
Yeah, not even close. Luis Gonzalez. came the
Yeah.
next close. The next
That was
closest.
my other guy I was thinking.
Yeah, but
How many
not
for
even-
him?
Huh?
How many did Luis Gonzalez have? I know 01, but besides that.
There were 3 seasons, 01, 02, and 03. He
Oh,
was the
wow.
best player on the D-backs. But Goldschmidt's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he did play on some pretty rough teams. Like, there was the really good 2017 team. By the way, spoiler alert, I have the Arizona Diamondbacks episode that I was promising you guys during the season. I have that ready to go. So that's going to be a lot of fun to talk about. But it starts with that 2017 wild card team that played the Colorado Rockies and goes through from then to this disaster 110 loss season this past year. And I have no idea why the GM of the Diamondbacks is still holding on to his job, because you've got a dude in Paul Goldschmidt who, for his career, I'm going to show this, up to that point, he was traded at the end of 2018. He's putting up 30 homer seasons, 120 RBIs, a 297 batting average, a 404 on base percentage. What are you doing moving a 29-year-old cornerstone of your franchise?
What did they get for Goldschmidt?
That's a great question, Mike.
Carson
Kelly.
And a few other pieces. I
Yeah.
promise you, I will talk all
Carson
about
Kelly
that.
was the biggie.
Carson Kelly, Luke Weaver, and
Weaver.
one other guy who never made the majors.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, Paul Goldschmidt, for his career in Arizona, 297 average, 209 home runs, 710 RBIs, 124 steals, a
Mhm.
398 on base percentage, 532 slug, good for a 930 OPS desert. So that begs the question, guys. Where does Goldschmidt go on this tier ranker?
Mm.
Ben, let's start with you. If Mike Trout's the A, where do you fit Goldie?
Unfortunately, because he's the second guy, I don't know what else I'm comparing it to. Like, obviously, he's not Trout, So, like, my natural instinct is to put him in a B, at least for now.
Okay.
but I just don't know what he's going to be up against. You know, he's a special.
I feel
to me, he's a special player. Sorry,
Yeah.
Jason. To me, he's a special player, and he's getting kind of close to that Hall of Fame, discussion. When because he's had, I mean, last year on the Cardinals, I feel like he had a good year. He's had some slow starts, but like he's still putting up good numbers.
He's got 280 home runs, 927 RBIs. You got to believe he's going to crack 300 and 1,000 next year. 389 lifetime on base percentage. Good for a 911 OPS. Yeah. He's got 1,500 hits in an 11-year career. Like that's on pace for 3,000.
6-time All-Star, 4-time Gold Glove, 4-time
How
Silver Slugger.
How many 100 RBI seasons?
125 in 2013, 110 in 2015, 120 in 2017, 99 in 2021. It's not 100, but I digress.
So 3 or 4.
Yeah. All right, let's leave him at B, and we will move on and see what he's up against. Let us next move on to Mike Haber. You are going to be talking about the Atlanta Braves best hitter over the last 20 years.
This is tough because of recency bias. I'm struggling between Freeman and Chipper Jones, and I don't know which one, because Chipper Jones was like, I'm pretty sure the first 10 years of this 20-year thing we're looking at, and Freeman's the second 10 years. Can I consult with my partner in crime? Ben, are you leaning one way or the other?
Yeah, you know what? It's definitely one of those two guys.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
But hold on. The thing is, I think like Chipper Jones had a sneaky good year in 2006. Like he had 100 RBIs, Like I'm not looking at stats. I'm seriously, I'm only going for my memory, so you're gonna have to just trust me whether I'm right or wrong.
I'm looking.
I feel like because he started to tail off towards the end, I think Freeman was, the longevity might have been better. My gut first instinct is to say Freddie, but
I think
the question is there another hitter that we're thinking of? Like firstly, was Javi Lopez maybe better than Chipper one of those years? Or
Andrew Jones.
Right, Andrew Jones, exactly, or Gary Sheffield,
My
that
favorite
might
batting
already. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Millar is similar, by the way.
Yeah. Oh,
I'll say Freeman because like I don't think there's as many hitters that would like block him. You know what I mean? Like those other guys we're talking about.
If you say Freeman, I'll go Jones.
Well, then give this one.
I'm suggesting you to say Freeman. I think that's the answer.
Mike, what is it?
Freeman.
You guys nailed it. It's Freddie Freeman. Jason, talk to us about Freddie Freeman. What'd you say?
Yeah, he's an MVP. There were a couple of seasons where like, him and, McCann and Ugla kind of each had good years, but over the longevity of the 2 decades, it's Freddie Freeman. Chipper Jones was solid, was amazing in the 90s, and he had some, like you said, some sneaky good seasons in the early 2000s.
Sneaky good. Dude hit 324 with a 409. That's a 1.005 OPS in 2006, which is the sneaky good year that Ben named.
Yeah.
He had 364?
324.
No,
he had 364 in 2008. Yeah. 364, 470 with 1044 OPS.
Oh my God.
He was disgusting.
He was.
He was good. He is the second best switch hitter in the history of baseball, and he's probably the best third baseman in the history.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There you go, Frank Bucco. Welcome.
But it's Freddie Freeman because we're talking about the last 20 years, and he gets the longevity of it.
Let me ask you: can I hear the first 8 or 9 years as far as which players won?
Every year before Freddie Freeman won his first one.
So
Yeah.
Chipper, Sheffield, JD Drew, Andrew, Chipper, Yunel Escobar, and Martin Prado.
Martin
Then-
Prado.
Did
Then
you say
Freeman came
Unel?
in.
Unel? Is that what you
Yep.
said?
I did.
What year was that?
2009.
2009 Braves.
Wow.
Yunel Escobar.
Oh,
299,
yeah.
377, good for an 812 OPS, 14 homers, 76 RBIs, 89 runs scored. It was a bad team.
Not a
It
good
was
year for the
86 and
Braves.
76. There was nobody
Whoa.
really good on this team.
No.
That was the best hitter, and that team
I think
won 86
I think
games.
maybe the case could be made for Brian McCann. 21 homers, 94 RBIs, a 281 average.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that might stand
I
out.
mean, either way.
It was tough. That was a tough year.
Cool. So Freddie Freeman, where does he fit on this tier here?
Do you guys think that he's better than if you match? He's a little bit younger than Goldschmidt, but where do you think his numbers stand up against Paul Goldschmidt?
He got the MVP. I mean,
I think if you're
That
good,
MVP, hold on. As much as MVPs and Cy Youngs are good, they're votes. They're votes by players. Like, we can look at a year and say, wait a minute, this guy won the Cy Young, but give me a break. Like,
Okay.
Andy
So
Pettit.
let's
Andy
compare
Pettit
his
should've
Cy
won,
Young year, or
not
let's
Pat
compare his
Hinkin,
MVP
you know?
year. Let's
Right,
compare
right.
Freddie
Like, I'm
Freeman's
saying, like,
MVP year to Paul Goldschmidt's best season. Is that fair to do?
no, not really. I mean, that's one. I mean, yes, that's one thing you should do, but that's not good to do a full comparison and say, oh, okay, this guy's better.
Well,
you know,
All right.
of course
so
not.
Freddie Freeman's MVP season was 2020. How do we look at that?
Exactly.
That's impossible.
I feel like Freeman has just meant more to the Braves than Goldschmidt did to the Diamondbacks. Maybe, look, if Diamondbacks didn't trade him, maybe it's different. But
I mean, the Braves
I-
just
I-
won a championship. It's really easy to say that, you know.
Yeah,
what I get it. You know.
I don't see how Goldschmidt's better than Freeman, honestly.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know the
that's me.
answer.
I
I'd have to
don't
look at the
think you could
numbers.
put them in different tiers though.
No,
If it's
Hang
this
on
way.
a second, guys. The MVP comes from 2020. He's a
Right.
3-time Silver Slugger, and he's got a ring. And he's got one
Okay.
Gold Glove at Freeman.
Okay, these are accolades.
Right.
What are
The-
the numbers? What is his career average? What's Paul Goldschmidt's career average?
All right.
How many
12
home runs
seasons
are
for
at-
Freddie. 12 seasons for Freddie Freeman. 11 seasons for Paul Goldschmidt.
Okay.
Now, are we
Yeah.
only talking his Arizona time?
No, we're talking. I mean, I want to hear
Everything.
the whole career. Yeah.
Okay. So in 12 years for Freeman, 295 batting average, 384 on base, 893 OPS, 271 home runs, 941 RBIs, and 53 steals, with 969 runs scored, 1,700 hits, and 367 doubles, because I know you like doubles, Ben.
How many?
367.
All right. Did you guys listen to that and kind of get a gauge?
I'm sharing my screen so
So you-
everybody can follow along with
Okay.
us here. Paul Goldschmidt for his career, 293 batting average, Freeman better by 2 ticks,
Yeah.
389 on base percentage, better than Freeman by 5 ticks, good for a 911 OPS, better than Goldschmidt by 18 ticks, 280 home runs, 9 more, 927 RBIs, 15 or so less. 939 runs scored is 30 less. He has 140 stolen bases, which is almost 100 more. 341 doubles to 367 doubles. One fewer season than Freddie Freeman.
it is closer than
I'm not convinced Freeman's better than Paul Goldschmidt.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not either. I'm not either.
He's
Yeah.
a better
Here-
defender than Freeman is.
Yes.
They play
that's
in the same
100%
league,
true.
and Paul Goldschmidt has 4 Gold Gloves. They've played in the same league for the same amount of time, and Paul Goldschmidt has won 4 Gold Gloves. Freddie's won 1. I'm sorry. For me, Freddie's behind him.
And I
Yeah.
think the stolen bases make a big deal. Like the thing is, I just don't remember there are a couple of Diamondbacks teams that went to the postseason that weren't great teams. There were a couple of guys, dropping 100 RBIs. I mean, I think like Jason Kubel even was like a guy helping them out, but it was mainly him. Where like I feel like Freddie had a good supporting cast.
110 walks.
Comparatively, right? I
110
could be
walks
wrong.
in 2016, 118 walks in 2015 for Paul Goldschmidt. Freddie Freeman has never.
Freddie walks a lot, doesn't he?
Freddie walks, but not at this rate. 90 walks for him in 2014, 87 walks in 2019. Those are career. Those are the career highs.
But we should be. But you know what? The thing is, I don't think it'd be fair for us to have this conversation without looking at the strikeouts. Because
Okay.
Freddie is very good, like compared.
Freddie Freeman's strikeouts 1,312 in his career. Paul Goldschmidt
It's 100.
104. It's almost 100 more for Goldschmidt.
With one less season, and how many less games?
Let's see, 1,469 games for Goldschmidt, 1,565 games for Freeman,
100.
so about 100 more.
100 more games, 100 more strikeouts.
Yeah.
It's close. It's a close.
It's
It's
close.
really
comparison.
close, but I think I leave it like this.
I agree with
Okay.
you, Joe. Yeah.
Mike. All right.
Look at this.
Let us move on to the next guy here. We're going to talk about, oh goodness, who are we going to talk about? I don't even know because I lost the screen for a moment. There we go. Let's talk about the Baltimore Orioles. Let's talk about the Baltimore Orioles' best hitter for the last 20 years, Ben Nisman. Let's start with you.
Ooh.
I'm pretty interested about who you're going to go with.
Okay. All right. Let me think for a second. Okay. They had a couple teams that went to the playoffs. The seasons for this guy were just so big that it might put him over the edge. So I'm going with it. Chris Davis.
No. Mike
Wow.
Haber.
Okay.
Wow.
Damn.
I was
Damn it.
expecting that to be the answer too.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I don't feel as dumb. But you're not gonna just throw out like it's obviously this guy.
well, I was
So-
thinking Miguel Tejada, but I feel like
It's a good answer too.
He had a couple, but not him.
not
No.
Tejada.
Not Miguel to the
All right.
All right. This guy for
All right.
his
No.
career-
I don't need any hints. I feel like stop. Just stop.
Okay. Okie doke. Every time you guys say a wrong name, I'm pulling him up on Baseball Reference so that we can compare him to this guy.
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Is it Javi Lopez?
No.
You love Javi Lopez, huh?
I'm a fan of Javi Lopez. He was a great catcher. Frank Bucco would be happy I said that, by the way. He would not be happy about this whole comparing Goldschmidt to Freeman, though. I think he'd probably be blood would be coming out of his ears thinking like that we think that Paul Goldschmidt might be better than Freddie Freeman.
Yeah.
But
Mike
there's a
Haber, your guess
fair
on the Orioles?
discussion.
Oh, it is absolutely a fair discussion. And I would love to hear Frank weigh in and defend Freddie here.
Is,
Mike Haber.
is
Orioles.
Brian Roberts a real a person?
Wow.
Brian
He is a
Roberts
person.
is a person, but it's not him either.
Oh, see, because you said he's not a Hall of Famer, it's not Vladimir Guerrero. So I don't even. Does Vladimir Guerrero even land on the list as like one of the years?
No.
No.
Vlad was only on the Orioles in 2011. Hit 90, 13 homers, 63 RBIs.
Oh, it wasn't a good year. It was right at the end.
Yeah, I mean, he was 36. He was, probably about done at that point.
Yeah.
It was his 16th year.
Let's see.
I can't believe you guys are overlooking this.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's
I
like
get
obvious
I get
guy.
it's not necessarily an obvious guy, but I think he would be in the first 4 or 5 people I would name.
Melvin Mora.
No.
Oh, Adam Jones?
No.
Oh, wow. Good answer.
Good answer, but no.
Why wasn't Melvin Mora a good answer?
Melvin Moore.
Is Melvin Mora never on that list?
No.
Melvin Mora's best season was 2004. I would imagine he might have shown up then.
No, because that was Tejada, but
Oh,
All right, wait. Can you give us a hint now?
No.
Okay.
Just give me one more sec. Just give me one more second.
okay.
Mike, try to think about that 2016 year where they were just insane in extra innings and in one-run games, and they had Chris Davis, and they had
Mhm.
you're right there.
You're on the
Yeah.
right team. You're
Yeah, I
absolutely
know.
on the right team. Who was on that team?
I
All
know. Oh, I got him. Nick Markakis.
No.
No,
Oh, it's the other guy then. Okay, Matt Wieters.
no.
wait. All right, don't tell us. Now we're close.
Yeah, we can do
Good
it.
God, this is horrible.
Oh, come on.
Especially for you, Ben. Especially for you, Ben.
Especially for you, Ben.
Manny Machado?
Yes.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Mike Haber.
There
Thank
go.
you.
Wow. In
Who
2000,
the hell else am I looking up?
2012,
Nick Markakis and who? Matt Wieters?
2000, wait, Markakis isn't a stupid answer. He was good.
He
for
was
that.
there the
No,
whole
he
time,
was.
and he was on some bad teams, but there's
100
usually
RBI seasons. I think at least one.
2009 and 2007. He had 100 RBIs.
It's recency bias. I wasn't thinking of him in an Orioles jersey.
Yeah.
The season you guys talked about, 2016, where they were insane in extra innings, lost a wild card game to the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
Manny Machado, 294, 343 on base, good for an 876 OPS, 37 home runs, 96 RBIs, no stolen bases, 40 doubles, 105 runs scored, played 157 games.
Oh my God.
Finished fifth in MVP.
Fifth
Yeah.
in MVP. He beat out
Yeah.
Chris
What a-
Davis that year because he hit better than 221.
Yeah.
I would
and the-
imagine Chris Davis had 2 seasons that were the best for him.
the 40 doubles and 100 plus runs. Yeah.
So,
Phenomenal, yeah.
where does Manny Machado fit into this ranking?
See, the thing is, Manny Machado's not even close to done. Like, he just basically turned 30, if not even 30. I
He's
think
not
he might-
30.
Not 30. He's 29
But
then.
he's done on the Orioles though.
Yeah.
I know, but
I say C.
Yeah.
You say
I
C?
think he's a C right now. When it's all said and done, like over his career, he's a B. But if you're just
Yeah,
looking
I
at the
think
Orioles,
that might
he's a
be
C.
possible, but right now I think he has to sit there.
you don't think he's as
He
good.
could very
he
well be
hasn't
the
put up.
gatekeeper there.
He
Like,
hasn't
could,
he hasn't put up numbers like a Goldschmidt because he's. Let's see how many seasons for him. 2012 was the first. He kind of broke out right at the end in that playoff. So it's 2013 where it really started.
I
13,
didn't
14,
know Miguel
15,
Tejada.
16,
What the hell am I
17,
talking about?
18, 19.
Manny Machado, and we're
Yeah.
comparing him to Paul Goldschmidt.
Yeah. 20.
Okay.
It's less
Uh,
seasons, huh? It's like 7. It's only like 7 or 8.
Paul Goldschmidt, it's 11 seasons for him
Right.
total, 8 on the
Machado's a little more.
Arizona Diamondbacks. Manny Machado is 10 total, 7 with Baltimore. I think it's a
7.
fair comparison.
Okay.
You know, it's almost the exact same comparison we were just making in Goldschmidt and Freeman. Freeman has 1 more year than Goldschmidt.
Right, but now we're separating it more. Like now Freeman and Machado is a tougher argument.
So
right?
Machado
That's
has a
what I'm talking
platinum glove, 2 gold gloves, silver slugger, and a 5-time All-Star. Goldschmidt, 6-time All-Star, 4 gold gloves, 4 silver sluggers. Take that for what it's worth.
Yeah.
Manny Machado, 280 batting average, 338 on base percentage, a good for an 826 OPS for his career,
about. Jeez.
251 homers, 751 RBIs, 76 steals, 936 strikeouts to 450 walks over 1,295 games. 739 runs scored and 275 doubles then. Paul Goldschmidt, 293 batting average, 13 points better. On base percentage, 389. That is 50 points better. OPS 911. That is almost 100 points better. I'm going to stop here.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
I think you
I
were
think-
right. We were right.
Yeah. So
Wow.
he's a C.
Yep.
It's
For
like this
now.
after 4 guys. Ironically, all 4 of these guys still active. We have not yet had a retired player. Mike Haber, the Boston Red Sox best hitter over the last 20 years.
Tough one.
Torn between 2 players, but it's got to be Big Poppy, right?
You nailed it. You nailed
Absolutely.
it. Is in fact David Ortiz. And here's an interesting one because this is the first guy that we're going to talk about, and there's 2 more, I think. We're talking about PEDs here.
Mm.
And we also have our first Hall of Famer, like officially. So congratulations to Big Poppy on being elected into the Hall of Fame. And let's talk about David Ortiz.
The other thing about him, like, and I guess Freeman qualifies for this too, but like, he spent his entire, the entire majority of his career was with one team.
Mhm.
Like he didn't go back and forth between other teams. So like when you think of Big Poppy, he's a Red Sox. Like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Good call.
So where do we stand with David Ortiz? I mean,
It's tough too because he's a DH, so you can't compare defensive stats at all.
But we're talking about hitters,
No.
though. We're not talking about fielders.
That's true.
Right.
You're right.
right.
Well,
I think it was a tiebreaker situation between Goldschmidt and Freddie in that sense.
yeah, in a way it was. And honestly, I'm okay with considering defense because, like,
Yeah.
I understand where you are talking about hitters, but like pitchers can't hit. You know what I mean? So like we got to consider positions on the field also, and like
Yes.
consider fielding in some way, shape, or form. So I think personally, it is important. However, I'm not going to penalize Poppy because to me, a DH is still a position. Like you have to be ready to hit, and sometimes it's easier for a player to take it back onto the field and then go back into the dugout and hit versus just having to hit. It's a different kind of skill,
Mhm.
So I put David Ortiz high on that list.
I don't
I
see
put
how he's
him-
not an A.
I'd at least put him B, but like I think you could put him A, and I'd be.
I mean, he's a
totally
Hall.
fine.
To me,
Hall
a
of
Hall of
Famer.
Fame.
And I
The
think
The
he
Hall of
deserves.
Fame.
Yes,
Yeah,
and I
the
think
Hall
he
of Fame
deserves it.
is your top
I
threshold,
agree.
right? So
Yeah.
So there, does he go above Trout?
that's tough. Because
Like putting him in A, now we have to have a conversation. Like, does a Hall of
Is
Fame
he-
player sit under an active player?
because
You know, it's
Trout's gonna go. Trout's a Hall of Famer. Like he's gonna be right.
No doubt.
Yeah.
But he's not currently.
Right, we're talking about right now. The thing that's crazy about Poppy is he finished his career tied with Edwin Encarnacion for the most RBIs in the league, and he had the most doubles. I think he had the most doubles.
He's not
in
even looking at
baseball.
it. He's not looking at his screen. He nailed this. 48 doubles and 127 RBIs in his final 40-year-old season. He hit
2016.
315. Yes. He hit 315 with a 620 slug that led the league and a 1.021 OPS that led
Should have
the
been
league.
MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can argue MVP.
He finished
He got in the
6th in
playoffs.
the MVP.
Finished sixth.
Yeah. Oh, that must have been Donaldson year.
Nope. It was Mike
2016.
Trout.
Oh, that's 2015 year.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
2016.
2015.
2016, Mike Trout, Mookie Betts, Jose Altuve, Josh Donaldson, Manny Machado, and David Ortiz finishes 6th. So he's an A. Is he above Trout?
I'm
gonna
gonna personally say
Kinda.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say Trout's
Okay.
still above him. I know that this is down the road, and it's hard to make an argument for something that hasn't happened yet, barring some injury or whatever. But Mike Trout, it wouldn't surprise me if he was a first ballot unanimous Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I mean, because again, he's not a DH, so he's playing a dynamite center field. He's stealing bases. He's doing it all. Yeah, I give it to Trout.
Joe?
Yeah, I think I'm on board too. He already has 200 stolen bases. That's going to be more than Poppy has ever done. The batting average is probably going to sit in Mike Trout's favor when all is said and done. Not that Ortiz is bad, but yeah,
286.
286. Yeah, Mike Trout's still a 305. It's going to take quite a while for him to come down that ladder. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Trout's still the best player we've talked about.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's move on to the next one here, guys. Chicago Cubs, best player over the last 20 years. Ben Nisman, let's start with you.
Ooh, I'm good. I'm glad this is Ben.
Wow. 2001. I got a couple of answers. I'm going to go with Sammy Sosa.
No.
Nope.
Mike.
Mm. I didn't even think of that, man. So I'm glad Ben said it. I'm torn between two right now,
I still have a couple. Yeah.
but they're like not.
We'll
current
get
players.
it.
What?
We don't have to worry about not figuring out one. You know what I mean? Like eventually we're gonna get every one of them. You know?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
So just
I'm
go
gonna
for
go. It's probably the other one, but I'm gonna say Aramis Ramirez.
Nailed it.
You got it.
Ramos
Wow.
Ramirez.
I'm surprised. I didn't think you were going to go there.
Yeah,
It's
no,
good.
he
It was him or Derek Lee for me.
Yeah, Derek Lee was definitely a consideration.
Yeah.
Ramos Ramirez was lower on the list. I was thinking about him, but definitely lower.
He was on
Sammy
my
Sosa,
fantasy
for the
team.
record,
Brian,
did have
Brian, I was thinking of because Brian now collected like quite a few. I'm sure.
Sosa was huge. He had a 50 homer season, a 64 homer season, a 49 homer season, a
Wow.
40 homer season. But that's pretty much it
Yeah.
for the last 20 years. And
Yeah.
thank you very much. But Aramis Ramirez, for his career, which is 18 seasons and
Wow.
9 of them with the Chicago Cubs, 294 batting average, 356 on base, 887 OPS.
Mm.
239 home runs, 806 RBIs, 1,250 hits, 650 runs, 8 steals, 8 of them, all 8 of them. Did not, only a 3-time All-Star, a Silver Slugger. The best he finished in the MVP voting was 9th in 2012. That best season was 50 doubles that led the league, 27 homers, 105 RBIs, 300 batting average, 360 on base, 540 slug for a 901 OPS. But that was with Milwaukee, so his best season wasn't even a Cub. Guys, where does Aramis Ramirez go on this tier?
I think he's definitely 6th out of the 6 that we've done.
Yes.
It's just a matter of whether he's a C or a D for me.
Yeah. I mean, I always felt like Aramis Ramirez was a hitter to be feared.
Yeah.
You know, I think I look at him much like I would kind of like Chris Bryant or Anthony Rizzo, right? In recent years, he was.
And what I liked
that
about him is like he was healthy, and then whenever he wasn't healthy, he would come back and have a healthy season. Like
Yeah.
he always had that bounce back season in him. So like you can never count him out. I like him as a C right now.
I feel that.
My gut is saying that he's a D when all is said and done. But I remember him being such a solid player.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I remember everyone wanting him in fantasy.
Agreed.
1,
Yeah.
2,
Such a
3,
solid
4,
guy.
5, 6 seasons with 100 RBIs, 7 seasons of 100 RBIs or more.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4 seasons of 30 homers or more. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons of batting 300 or better.
It's impressive. Very
It's
impressive.
very good.
It's very good.
And
I think I'm going C. I could see him slipping to D at some point if we run into a lot of guys in
I'm fine
in
with
that
it.
tier. But for right now, this is a good spot. Let's move on to the next one here. We're going to talk about the Chicago White Sox best hitter over the last 20 years. Mike Haber, let's start with you.
I don't know if it's a current player or not. You gonna play that Jeopardy music?
You got plenty. You got it.
I think I'm gonna go Paul Konerko.
It's a good guess. It's not.
That's
right.
not it. Oh,
Not
that was my guess.
Ooh.
That was my guess.
This is a guy that brought you a championship, didn't he, Ben? Paul Konerko?
Yeah, he did in 06. That's not the reason I thought of it. I just remember, like, he basically, like, you know why he was a good pick? Because he basically started his career in like 2000, 2001. So there's a lot of, he could have had about 8 or 9 good years in there for them. But
The thing is,
Yeah.
though, with Konerko, those White Sox teams, you had Jim Tomey, you had
Yeah.
Frank
They're
Thomas,
loaded.
you
man.
had Maglio
Yeah,
Ordonez, you had other,
Maglio.
you had guys.
Jermaine Dye had a good season there.
Yeah,
didn't he?
if there's thinking about Jermaine Dye, he won the MVP in the World Series for them.
Yeah.
Maglio was another thought that I had, but I don't have anything else that's going to be my guy.
I mean, it's really the other guy.
They had a weird divisional championship year in 08. I can't remember like why they were good in 08. There must have been somebody that was really good for them.
Carlos Quentin.
Mhm.
Yeah,
36 and 100. Jermaine Dye 34 and 96, and Jim Tomey 34 and 90.
oh right, Tome. For sure. I should
Okay,
remember
when did
that.
Frank Thomas retire? Too old.
Well, he was on the A's in 06.
And the
you
and the
know?
Blue Jays. He finished with, I forget which one he finished with, but
Yeah,
it's not Frank Thomas.
Okay.
hit 39 home runs, I think, in 06. He just missed 40 in 39. He had over 100 RBIs though.
114, and he did in fact have 39 home runs. He hit 270. That's
So if it's not Paul
stupid good.
Konerko,
No, I'll
not
say
Frank
Mag.
Thomas.
I'll say Maglio.
It is not Maglio or Donia.
Are we in the right year or the right
Oh,
time?
No.
Not right teams.
oh,
Oh,
no.
okay, we gotta go.
Is it Jose Abreu?
It is Jose
Yes.
Abreu.
Nice.
Jose
yeah,
Abreu.
good point.
he
5
beat
or 6
Konerko by 1
All-Stars.
year.
Yeah.
He beat Konerko by 1 year.
Okay.
Jose
He's a
Abreu,
good guy.
we've talked about this guy 8 seasons, other than 2020, which was shortened, and 2018, where he ended up having like testicle problems and had to be, hospitalized. 100 RBIs every single season. This guy is
Yeah.
absolutely on a Hall of Fame path. I am just disappointed that he started in the league when he was 27 years old.
Yeah.
Because he had to come from Cuba. Another 30 and 100 season last year. He does have the MVP. It was 2020 for the MVP. He did have 60 RBIs, which was pretty damn impressive when you consider they only played 60 games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The 3-time
And he
Silver
played those
Slugger,
60
Rookie
games.
of the Year, MVP, 3-time All-Star. But where does he go
Yeah.
here, and where does he stack up against other guys that are his peers?
Right. And Jason nailed it, like as far as like being able to stay on the field. Like he's been pretty solid with that. So I mean, obviously that's why I think it's hard to put him maybe with Goldschmidt, but at the same time, we want to talk about his career is still going for, and as is Goldschmidt's, as is Freeman's, so maybe we put them
but
on
those
the
guys are a
same
few
level.
years younger. Like Jose Abreu's already 35.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little
Okay.
bit younger, but that doesn't mean that he look at the year that Gurriel had at age 37. You know what I mean? He won the batting title. So I mean, age is just a thing to me. Like if you get an opportunity, like Nelson Cruz has been getting opportunities, and they're going to keep on putting you out there. So like I don't know necessarily if these guys necessarily will retire after him. Not necessarily. I
think
know.
if Machado is the gatekeeper for C, I can't see Abreu going above Machado
Yeah.
personally.
So he sits
I can
there
see him
for
there.
the moment.
Yeah, I can see him.
But what
there.
about all the straight 100 RBI seasons? You don't think that kind of compares him with Machado?
But Machado,
Why is Machado in front? Because the defense.
I think the defense, the stolen bases,
Yeah.
I mean, a little more
Okay.
well-rounded, I think.
Yeah.
290 batting average to 280.
Was-
better on base percentage for Abreu, better
Give me those stolen
OPS.
bases. Give me those stolen bases from Machado, like year.
He has 76 total. We'll start in 2013. 6, 2, 20, 0, 9, 14, 8. No, 14.
See, he
then
doesn't
5,
really
6, and
strike
12.
me as a guy that's really dangerous as a stolen base guy when I think
No,
of Machado.
but he has
Abreu
more
has
in-
11.
Abreu has 11 on his career, so it's like
Right, but that's
a zero.
But we're comparing. To me, we're comparing apples and oranges here because when I think about stolen bases, I think they're important if you're doing it a lot because then you can say, okay, it probably impacted some games. If we're only thinking of 16 in a season, how many runs necessarily did that accumulate, and then did they win those games? It's hard to say, So that to me is not going to be the deciding factor. The other things that you mentioned, though, I think are, and the defense also. So
You know what though? I mentioned that OPS plus was a metric that I was looking at when I was doing this, and
Mhm.
Abreu has a much higher, not much, but has a significantly higher OPS plus than Machado does in a shorter period of time. Maybe,
But that's
maybe
also isn't that more to the point? Like he's had a shorter amount of time to not be good.
Right.
Yeah.
Bring
Not
it
be
down.
bad.
Where Machado has I don't know. Like he has a season where he hit 256 with 32 homers and 85 RBIs. I think other than the 2018 season when he was hurt, every single year has been elite for Jose Abreu. I don't think I can say that about Manny Machado.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And I started out as this being an argument for Manny Machado, and I actually think I just talked myself into Jose Abreu going over him. So I think it sits like that, and I think Jose Abreu might be able to be the gatekeeper of C.
Yep, I like it.
All right. Is he better than Freeman? I don't
Mike,
think so.
Mike Haber, are you okay with putting Abreu in front of Manny Machado?
We could do it. I disagree with it, but we could do it.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm totally in agreement also.
All right, then let's leave it like that. I'm okay with that. Let's go to the next guy. We could always readjust.
Yeah.
The next guy is going to be from the Cincinnati Reds. Ben Nisman, we'll start with you.
Cincinnati Reds hitter.
Mhm.
01. Unfortunately, Griffey missed quite a few years, so I guess I wouldn't even think of him. Quite a few come to mind, actually. And he struck out a bunch, but maybe he just had such good home run hitting seasons that it'll count for something. Adam Dunn?
No. Mike, tell him.
How can it not be Joey Votto?
Thank
Yeah,
you.
duh.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, absolutely. Joseph Votto. What an incredible career this guy has had. And ironically, we're talking about another first baseman here. Is there anything to this at this point that we're talking about three? This is the fourth first baseman and 2 third basemen with Mike Trout and a DH.
And you think David Ortiz also, if you're concluding, he was basically a first baseman before he became a DH.
Right.
He was.
Joey Votto, for his career, it is 15 years, all with the Reds. 302 lifetime batting average, 416 on base.
Oh my God.
For a 937 OPS, 331 homers, 1,065 RBIs, 80 steals, 1,294 walks to 1,481 strikeouts in 1,900 games. 1,114 runs scored, 435 doubles for you, Ben, over 15 seasons.
If he's not the gatekeeper of B, if he's not an A, he has to be the gatekeeper of B.
Yeah.
He's on that fringe. He would be a B plus A minus if we were playing this game.
I mean, he's gonna be a Hall of Famer, right? So.
I don't think there's a doubt about that. We're also talking about a guy who has an MVP and 6-time All-Star.
He's not done. He's not done.
No.
He had a
No.
good year.
He had a really good year last year. 266,
Yes, he did.
375, and 938 OPS with 36 homers and 99 RBIs. You're not walking away at this point.
Yeah.
you know?
No.
If they adding the DH would be very good for him. You know, he's
Question.
39 years old.
He's 37 right now.
No. He's 39.
He's 38. He's 38.
38.
September
Okay, he's
10th,
about it.
1983. He's
Let's
38.
compromise. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
He's 38. Do the Reds think about trading him to a contender? They're not going to be good.
There'll be riots in Cleveland, or in Cincinnati rather. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, there are probably riots in Cleveland too. I mean,
I'm sure they're fans.
I would be shocked if he did not finish his career with them.
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
because this, like, at least Detroit is trending in the right direction at the end of Miguel Cabrera's career. Like, it's kind of a shame that Joey Votto is now on a team whose trajectory is not looking in the right direction right now.
I think you have more pieces to trade though. Like you have that pitching staff that you could probably get.
That
a
doesn't
lot of-
improve your team.
No.
Well, for prospects, are you saying trade for younger players?
But that
Because by the time those prospects are something, then it won't
Joey Votto's
be
gone.
playing. Yeah, Votto will be too old by then.
Yeah, like if you're keeping Votto because he's the face of your franchise, fine.
You
But
trade.
if,
You
but
gotta
if your
trade guys
team's
for
not going to be
win
any
now
goddamn
players.
good, let the dude go chase his ring.
Are you sure
Well,
they're not going to
but-
make? Are you sure they're not adding players this year though? Like, why might they not?
They're-
Why
they're
were
slashing
they? Why were they
add-
talking about
add
trading away
payroll.
Luis Castillo?
They're
Or
cutting payroll.
Yeah.
But I
they
mean,
just
but-
lost. They just lost Nick Castellanos
Yeah,
to
for
free
sure.
agency.
They
Right
have
now they're
Moustakas on their team.
yep. Who knows what he's going to be?
They have a decent team. They have a decent lineup.
Right now, this
to
is
a-
what
to
their
a
team
lesser-
looks like: India, Winker, Votto, Suarez, Naquin, Stevenson, Moustakas, Kyle Farmer, and whatever the hell TJ Friedel is,
Okay.
their center fielder.
Okay, it's not
well, Nick
terrific,
Senzel.
but
Nick Senzel is
Nick
is-
Senzel's going to be in there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they might add another guy. You know what I mean?
But-
Just to like, because you need it. You can't. You could cut payroll and still add, you know, a hitter just because you need to get booties in the seats. And if that guy is good, then you do flip him or decide to go for it because there's going to be a million playoff spots.
But we have him in the back end of the A department. Let's move on to the next guy. We're going to talk about the other city that's apparently now going to be rioting, Cleveland. And we'll go to the Cleveland Guardians best hitter over the last 20 years, Mike Haber. Let's start with you.
I'm thinking about Lindor, but I don't think he did it for long enough. Somebody sing.
Do you want to converse with Benji over this?
Ben, I'm thinking Lindor or Jose Ramirez, but
I don't think it's either of those guys.
you
but
don't think it's either one?
No, but you could be right. I mean, the thing is, one of them probably blocks the other because, you know, they were on the same teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking in a different direction completely.
Different era.
Different era. Yeah.
Who are you thinking?
So those teams, the central teams, they were still good towards the beginning. I know that Alomar was only on the 0-1 team because he went to the Mets in 0-2, right?
Yeah.
But they still had other good players on that team. I think Kenny Lofton was there for like a couple more years. There was, let's see, Tomei was there a couple more years, and then he was on Philly in 05, pretty sure. The team that really should have went to the World Series and blew a 3-1 lead of Boston in 07, that had a lot of solid players on it. One that I'm thinking of that was very good, and it's my gut, is Victor Martinez, because he was I feel like he was there for a couple of years, you know. Travis Hafner was good for a while. They had Asdrubal Cabrera like
Is there a
really
guest
young.
in here?
My guess is Victor. My guess is
Victor Martinez.
So Victor
it-
Martinez was the best player in 2007. That's about it though.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
That's
I
it.
mean,
How
what
many
was-
years did this guy have?
How many years was it, Jason, for
In Cleveland or altogether?
For this winner.
for the winner?
How many did he
How many years?
get
How
to
many
this
years?
winner?
was it
How
best?
many was he a winner?
That was it.
No,
2007.
no.
For
We're
the guy
asking
who
for the
we are trying to
one.
name.
Oh.
Yes.
How many seasons?
5.
5 seasons?
Yeah.
Wow,
Wow.
that's pretty impressive.
That's a really good player.
Nobody
We're
else had
not
more than
thinking.
3.
Is it Grady Sizemore?
Yeah.
No, he had 3.
Come on.
He was good for a bit.
CT?
He was incredible for like 2 years.
Yeah. Incredible. And then made a little comeback for the Phillies. Not a good one.
Who are we missing, Ben?
We're clearly missing someone.
Are we
obvious.
missing
5
Carlos
years.
Santana?
You're not missing Carlos Santana.
Okay.
I'm missing-
I mean, I gotta go Jose Ramirez.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you. It is, in fact, Jose Ramirez.
I
Okay.
can't believe he's been that good for this long, but I guess 2016 was a good year.
20
Was
Just
it- was
stick
it-
with
was
my
it-
gut.
Was the beginning the 2015 or 2016 the big
16.
start?
16.
16.
16.
Yeah.
312 average, 11 homers, 76 RBIs, 22 stolen bases, 363 on base, and 825 OPS as a 23-year-old in 2016. The team won 94 games. The probably best hitter that season might have been Carlos Santana, 259, 34 homers, 87 RBI with a 366 on base percentage. But from there forward, it's probably him, right, Jason?
Yeah. I gave 2019 to Lindor, but the rest of it is all Ramirez. Yeah.
17,
Oh, wow.
18,
Okay.
20, and 21.
Yeah.
Yeah,
16.
totally. So where does Jose Ramirez fit into this thing? Is he better than Aramis Ramirez, Ben Nisman?
We'd have to look at the numbers, but my
Okay.
guess is right now no, even though
Okay.
he has more time. How old is he?
Jose Ramirez is currently 29 years old.
Oh, jeez. I
Yeah.
mean,
So
by the end, I feel like, yeah. So maybe he is in front of
Aramis Ramirez for his
Ramirez.
career was a 283 hitter with a 341 on base percentage. Jose Ramirez so far in 9 seasons, 278 batting average, 354 on base percentage.
It's not as good.
Not as good. Not
No.
as good. The counting stats are the counting stats, right? Like he has 163 home runs in his career against Ramirez's 386. How do we quantify?
Well, yeah, he still needs to get there, man. So
Mhm.
what was
might
interesting
say-
is that Aramis Ramirez spent 9 years with the Cubs, right? So
Right.
that might be a little more apples to apples.
In
No
that
doubt.
case, Aramis Ramirez has like 70 more home runs.
Right. So it's still Aramis Ramirez. For
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
think
and
so.
300 more RB. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Do we think
Alright.
that Jose Ramirez is a D level?
I guess.
Yeah, I can put him there.
Okay.
I guess so.
That's
right.
wild to me.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
surprising.
but you know what might fix it though? Like Aramis Ramirez might be there as well. You know, I don't feel
Yeah.
I feel better about putting him there if
Mhm.
like that guy's there too. You know?
Yeah, it's just interesting
Uh,
that like, this guy's being drafted way above like Abreu and Goldschmidt and like maybe even Freeman. It's crazy, but
Yeah.
what we're looking
He's better
we're
right
looking-
now,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
but that
looking at
doesn't mean the quantitative. There's my vocabulary word of the day, boys.
it is.
Quantitative overall career is not better. There we go.
Yeah, agreed.
Let's move on. We shall move on to the Colorado Rockies. Mike Haber, who's the best hitter for the Colorado Rockies over the last 20 years?
I have 3 guys in my head.
Okay.
And it's probably the 4th.
Interesting. I can tell you that it's probably not Ryan Spielborg's.
Damn. All right.
The man with no personality.
Yep.
I'm thinking Arenado, but there's also Todd Helton and there's also Matt Holliday, and those three are in my head right now.
Those are the right guys.
Those are the right guys.
No love for Troy Tulowitzki.
That was the four.
It's not him. There's no way it's him.
Ben, what are you thinking out of the three?
My first gut was Helton.
Was Holliday?
Helton.
Oh, Helton.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go
Helton
Helton.
for a long.
It is Todd Helton, guys. Matt Holliday was only on the team for a rather short period of time. Todd Helton is Mr. Rocky at this point.
Yeah.
17 years all with the team, started in 1997. So if we really want to get technical,
Yeah.
from 2001, 311 batting average, 415 on base percentage, 936 OPS, 262 home runs, 1,038 RBIs, 22 steals, over 1,000 runs, over 1,900 hits, and 450 doubles. This dude is unreal. Where does he go? Another first baseman.
This is the Joey Votto of the Rockies.
Right. I don't see again because he's a Hall of Famer. Like
He's
why would he
not.
not be in it? Well, I mean, he will be.
He wasn't elected
Yeah.
this year.
He will be. Like
Did he get enough votes to stay in though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's been on the ballot since 2018.
No, I think he'll be in. Yeah, I think he'll be in. If he's not like one, like if not the gate, who did we have as the gatekeeper of B right now?
Paul Goldschmidt.
He's better.
He's better than Paul Goldschmidt. Okay.
Helton's
Yeah.
better.
Is
Yeah.
he better than Joey Votto?
Yeah, I guess
Maybe.
so, right? Maybe.
I mean, I know Votto has the MVP.
Who's got the better on base percentage? It's
I didn't
close.
realize we would be looking at these two players. I mean, this is kind of a generational thing, right? Like these two
Yeah.
guys are kind of similar. Todd Helton for
Well,
his career.
Helton was more of a power hitter,
True.
or maybe not true.
No, it's interesting. So
No.
15 years for Joey Votto, 17 years for Todd Helton. 316 average, 414 on base, 953 on the OPS for Todd Helton. Joey Votto, 302 average, 416 on base percentage, 937
Swash.
on.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn close there. 369 home runs for Todd Helton, 331 home runs for Joey Votto. 1,406 RBIs for Helton, 1,065 for Votto.
I think Helton has the slight edge here.
Here's a question.
Helton has more walks than strikeouts by about 200. Joey Votto has less walks than strikeouts by about 200.
Do you guys compare? Sorry, Jason, I got one before, but hold that thought. Do we like think about the two ballparks? They're both
That's where I
like
was going.
basically the two biggest hitters ballparks,
Yeah.
like the two most major, but you know, it helped both of those players in such a way that you
Absolutely.
can't really say that one is more of an advantage than the other. You know,
Right.
Todd Helton hit 372 in 2000 and finished
I remember that
the MVP
the 372.
with 147
Him
RBIs and
and
59
Nomar
doubles.
Garcia Parra, both of them have had
Yeah.
372.
Why did he not win MVP that season?
He finished fifth
Because
in the MVP.
That was because of Jeff Kent.
Jeff
Kent
Kent,
won, and then Bonds 2, and then Piazza was 3. Wait. I'm trying
he
to
doesn't
think
even
who's
look
number
this stuff
4.
up, guys.
Let me think.
He
He's
comes
not even
up with
looking at
this
the
just
screen.
off the top of his head.
Yeah.
Number 4. Let me think.
You won't get it.
I'm going to save us some time here.
Okay. I think I got it.
Who is it?
Is it Jim Edmonds?
It
Oh my
is
God.
Jim Edmonds. My God, he's good. He's so good at this. Anyway, Todd Helton, we feel good about him being at a B. I think he's better than Votto.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Is he better
Yeah.
than Poppy?
Because do we count championships as accolades? Like, does that matter?
I think it
Because
does. I
I
think
think
it
it does.
does.
If it does, then there's no chance that helps. Like, because
Okay.
not only that, Poppy had a World Series MVP in 2013.
Yeah.
You know, like, it was
Yeah.
good for a while.
I think
like
we're
Mickey
good.
better.
I think
Yeah.
we're good there. All right. This one should be easy. Should be very easy. I certainly hope it's easy for you guys. Detroit Tigers best hitter over the last 20 years. Ben Nisman?
I'll go with Miggy.
Yeah, of course it is, right? It can't
Yeah.
really be anybody else.
Yeah,
I
it's been a
think
long
it's-
time now.
Yeah, it has been since 2008.
8. Yeah, 07 was when the
2008.
Stars was made.
Yeah. He
You're
has
right.
got
Sorry.
2 MVPs, a triple crown, 11-time All-Star. Yeah. Okay.
He's an
Yeah.
A. He's an A.
He was the best player in baseball for a very long time. He's an A. Better than
He's
Vaughn.
one of the. Yeah.
Better than Helton.
Yeah.
Better than Poppy.
Yes.
Yes.
Better than Trout.
I guess. I don't know. Maybe
Ooh. Weren't these guys like playing against each other to try to win
for
MVPs?
MVP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is incredible.
MVP won the. Mickey won the triple crown. Like he. Like I don't think anyone's ever gonna do that again. I'm not.
330, 393 with a 606 slug for a 999 OPS, 44 homers, 139 RBIs in 2012.
Yeah.
I didn't think we would ever see another triple crown. I
Yeah.
really didn't.
Me neither.
And here this guy comes.
Yeah.
Well,
He's no
Vlad-
doubt a first ballot Hall of Fame candidate.
Yeah.
I don't know that
How
I
about how about that freaking World Series run like in 2003? Like it's a shame that he couldn't have racked up more, you know, as a Tiger because they were close a couple of years, but you know, he does have a ring. I don't know.
who finishes
like,
with more home runs at the end of their career, Mike Trout or Miguel Cabrera?
how many does Miggy have right now?
502.
I think Trout.
Trout's at 310 right now.
Trout is 30?
30.
I think Cabrera.
Maybe Cabrera actually.
You don't think Trout
Yeah,
can
'cause-
home?
Yeah, you
Doing
know what?
home runs?
The thing is, like, Trout has only gotten over 40 home runs a season once, right?
Twice.
He's only gotten twice?
Twice. 2019 he hit 45, and in 2015 he hit 41.
Oh, this is, I don't know.
Miguel Cabrera has only hit more than 40 home runs twice. In 2013 he hit 44, and in 2012 he hit 44. These guys are mirror images of each other. Like it's,
They
Yeah,
really
they're-
are.
Pretty solid players. It's going to. Trout
mean,
has the time to accumulate more numbers, but it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe Miggy is the god. Like, maybe he is.
well, it doesn't
if
get
we're talking
any.
about if we're talking
Oh, go
about
ahead.
over the last 20 years, right? If we're talking about over the last 20 years, maybe it is. Maybe it is Miguel Cabrera. Mike Trout over the last 10 years, maybe it's Mike Trout. But we're talking about over the last 20 years.
Yeah. I think we'll leave it right there for a moment and move on. It gets no easier here, guys. Miami Marlins best hitter over the last 20 years.
Oh,
Mike Haber, let's start with you.
Good luck. That's
thank-
tough.
thanks.
And it is not
Um,
Miggy.
What?
It is not Miguel
It-
Cabrera, obviously.
No, that actually helps. Yeah.
Who are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about
what
Hanley,
names are coming in?
Hanley Ramirez
That's a good one.
and Giancarlo.
Mhm.
Those are the two I'm thinking about.
Is it one of them?
I think it's Stanton.
It
It's
is.
Stanton. It is absolutely Giancarlo Stanton. The MVP probably says a lot here since, you know, there probably weren't many others in the Miami Marlins. 59 home runs, 132 RBIs. Who owned him that year, Ben?
I really don't want to talk about that year. I don't want to talk about that trade. You know what though? Here's what I'll say about that year and that trade. I finished in the semifinals. I traded him for. Here's what I did. I traded him for Kenley Jansen, and I traded Verlander for Andrew Miller because I had Allen,
I can't.
and that way I could pair him and Andrew Miller together.
Guys,
And I thought that was the move.
guys, I really
Yeah,
don't
they
want
were.
to talk about that year or that trade, but here's what I have to say about that year and that trade.
Okay.
I hate
No, I was making fun of Ben. I don't have.
Okay, no. The rest of that. Okay, where I'm going with that is that it put me in the position to win it all in 2019 and 2021, and I don't think I do that if that trade doesn't happen in 2017. So there you go.
Okay.
There's a reason for it.
So
Yeah.
It makes me feel a little better about it.
and where does Giancarlo Stanton fit on this list? Guys,
Is
is he
he
better than
better?
Jose Ramirez?
You mean, yeah, he is, but I don't know if he's better than a Ramos Ramirez, guys. I don't know. Maybe.
Like,
I don't think so.
let's take a look at Stanton's numbers. He
Hey,
has-
while we're looking at his numbers, I have a question.
sure.
How many times did Jason? How many times did Mike Lowell land on that list? Like in that early 2000s.
For the Marlins, twice. One of them was tied with Cabrera.
Okay.
Okay.
How many was Hanley Ramirez? I felt like that was probably the other really good answer.
He was also twice.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably some terrible
was
fucking
Cr-
names
did-
in there too.
It was
Did
actually
Preston
Cl-
Wilson land on there?
no. So he went Cliff Floyd,
Derek
then
Lee? Oh, Cliff Floyd, yeah.
Cliff
No,
Floyd,
one,
Mike
it's
Lowell,
gotta be
Derek
Cliff Floyd.
Lee, then Miggy and Lowell, then Miggy and Delgado, Miggy, Hanley, Ugla, and then Stanton.
Ugla. Wow.
His name
Yeah.
is Dan Ugla.
His name is Dan
Giancarlo
Ugla.
Stanton
Yeah, I
for his
remember.
career, 37
Bumping
homers
Uglas.
in 2012, 34 homers in 2011. Probably was the guy for 11, 12, 14, probably 15 and 16, definitely 17, definitely, well, then he's no longer on the team.
Right.
He's
So
used the first round meetings.
So, is he better than Jose Ramirez? Do we agree that he's better than Jose Ramirez?
yes, I think so.
Yeah, he's done longer. I'm ready.
Yeah.
He's got the MVP. He's got
Okay.
almost 350
All right.
home runs.
All right.
I'm
Yeah.
satisfied.
Is he better than a
man.
Ramos?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Right now, when we looked at him in the end, did he have a? Were we happy with the Stanton season last year, Mike? I mean, obviously, expectation is one thing. If you stare at his numbers at the end of the season, are you okay with what Stanton did in 2021?
I'm okay with what he did. I mean, he came over right after that MVP season, and he's never lived up to it, and he probably never will. But if he hits 30 to 30, if he hits 35 to 40 home runs, I'll take it.
Okay.
I mean, 3,800 that 2018
Yeah.
season. Nothing
Yeah.
season, you know?
Yeah.
That was a pretty good follow-up season. I mean, if
Yeah.
anybody thought he was going to hit 50 home runs every season and drive in
And did,
30 every
and
year,
didn't he
you're
get
gonna
over
fine.
100 this? Did he get over 100 this year?
He got 97.
35, 97.
35 and 97 with a 273. I think I agree. Does Stanton sit as the gatekeeper of the D's, or does he sit on the back end of C?
I think I like him
Yes.
better at Steve personally, but
Really?
I can see either way.
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, let's leave it like that
I
then.
don't know.
We'll move on to the Houston Astros. Best hitter over the last 20 years. Ben Nisman, we'll start with you here.
This one was close.
Wow.
This one was close.
There's a lot of good players. So many.
Mhm.
This team's gone to the playoffs so many times.
Yep.
Is it an active player?
No.
No. Okay. If it's not an active player, I think I'm going to go with Craig Biggio.
No. Mike Haber
Oh, then it's the other guy.
Is it Lance Berkman?
is Lance
It
Burke.
is.
It's the Burke man.
I tell you what-
Interesting character here, guys. Because
Yeah, because I tell you what, I was looking at his when I was doing this research. Like,
Mhm.
I knew he was really good. I didn't realize he was this good. He was incredible.
45 and 136 in 2006 with a 315, a 420, a 1 dot OPS, a 1 dot OPS, and 04 with 30 and 100. 2002, 42 and 128.
Damn.
Damn, he was really good.
Yeah.
Great. Good choice.
Wow. Lifetime 293 batting average, lifetime 943 OPS, 360 homers, 1, 2, 3, 4 RBIs. Damn, that's really good. Where does Lance Berkman go, guys?
I don't know, man. He holds a special place in my heart when he wasn't even on that team. It was when he was on the Cardinals. I don't think we'll ever see a team come back from being down to their last strike in the World Series twice in the same game. He was faced with it the second time, and he got the base hit RBI with 2 outs and 2 strikes.
And he had a really good year that year too. Like,
Yeah,
31, 94, and a 300 batting average as a 35-year-old. But the one thing is, like, you never see him sniffing. He never finished higher than third, which he did in 02.
That's voting,
06.
though. We can look at
Agreed,
the numbers
agreed.
and say ourselves.
They're sick. They're sick.
They're
Can
sick.
I want to make a suggestion for the tiers.
Okay.
I feel like Miguel Cabrera and Mike Trout are kind of in their own league right now. I could be wrong, but like I think between Cabrera and Poppy,
I think
see
the
that.
drop from Poppy to Helton is big enough that we could.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't think the drop from Poppy to Helen is huge.
I think.
I think Votto can move to B, and I think
I
Votto's
kind
the
of like what Mike
gatekeeper.
was saying though, like because what you were in the Pitchers episode, you were saying that Mariano Rivera was like the guy,
Head and
right?
shoulders the guy.
Right. So
And
No doubt.
Clayton
that's why I'm
Kershaw
making
got
Cabrera-
there, and I feel like Verlander got there.
Right.
Yeah, and I feel
And
like
that's it.
Poppy is that guy.
I think Poppy's the end. I think that's
Yeah.
how that should be.
No, but I'm
Yeah.
saying like I think Poppy was the guy though. I think I have a hard time with him not being an A, but okay.
No,
I'm fine.
I think he belongs there, and I think that's where it should. I think
Yeah.
Helton and Votto should be the gatekeepers to that echelon.
Yeah.
I agree, and I think Berkman we can put in the same echelon as Helton and Votto, and
Yeah.
Goldschmidt and Freeman inside of this
back end.
group of back end.
Back in my opinion, if you're putting him with those guys, talking about guys that are going to be Hall of Famers. I mean, like
Yeah,
the guy didn't get a lot of acknowledgement for it, but like every other
Yeah.
guy on that list is like much better than him. I don't know if he belongs in that tier.
Freddie Freeman
Yeah.
has 271 home
Wait,
runs.
who doesn't belong in that tier? Berkman?
Yeah, maybe not.
I don't
Oh,
know.
man.
He's had some staggering numbers.
366 home runs lifetime, 1,200 plus RBIs for Berkman. Freddie Freeman right now after 12 years, 270 home runs, 941 RBIs.
Yeah, it's
Is he
definitely.
I think he passes Berkman. I think he does.
eventually,
Freeman?
yeah,
Oh yeah.
Freeman by the
He
end.
passes
And I think
Freeman.
I feel like these guys are pretty comparable though.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that could sit like that though.
Yeah.
I don't think I do that. I think Berkman sits here. Never even didn't get close to an MVP. Freddie has one. Granted, it's the 2020
Yeah.
20 is
season.
funny.
Um,
I agree.
Berkman never had a Gold Glove. Steals or
Freddie was better at
Close.
his position than Berkman was.
I think
his
so.
Position.
I think I agree. All right,
Okay.
so that's where it's going to sit. Is Berkman better than Machado?
Yes.
Mike,
Yes,
Ben?
Machado's got a long ways to go though. Machado's
True.
29.
that's the thing. Yeah,
It's interesting. I think I like it
Oh,
there.
I think by the end, I would put Machado.
We
in front.
might,
Who's
yeah.
next?
We can
Who's next?
make cases for people at the end.
Wait, who's after Machado?
Jose Abreu.
Okay, so maybe I'd put Berkman right in the middle of those two guys, Machado and
Here.
Abreu. Yeah.
Mike, Jason?
I mean, I don't hate it.
But you think that he should be in front? Berkman should be in front.
I think he's better than Machado. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
All right,
Alright.
let's settle there
Yeah.
Okay.
as the gatekeeper of C. So our
Yeah.
gatekeepers right now are Todd Helton, Lance Berkman, and Jose Ramirez. I think those are pretty good names to be our gatekeepers.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
move on to the next one. Interesting name here for the Kansas City Royals best hitter over the last 20 years. Mike Haber. I dare you. I dare you.
You dare
I
me
dare
what?
you to come up with this name on the first try.
Okay, so I guess it's not Whit Merrifield.
Not Whit Merrifield.
Not Whit Merrifield.
What'd you say?
It is not Whit Merrifield.
Billy Butler.
No.
Good
Ben Nisman.
guess.
It is a good guess. Billy Butler was really, really good. But
I just
No.
like
This list 3
I
times.
love listening to this player speak. I love watching this player play. He was never really the best player on the field, but I thought he was just like a solid player to have in fantasy. Really good and a nice guy, smart guy, intelligent. Love listening to him talk about hitting, especially. Charming as hell. His name is Mike Sweeney.
nailed it, Ben.
Yep.
Nailed it. Mike Sweeney, the captain of the early 2000s Kansas City Royals.
So you dared Mike Haber to get it. You weren't going to
I
make
knew
that
you
dare
would.
on me.
Because I feel like this was kind of that cheat code in the early 2000s in fantasy baseball
Yeah.
that you could wait on this dude
Wait.
at,
Yeah.
at ironically first base again. This is look Cabrera, Ortiz, Helton, Votto, Goldschmidt, Freeman, Berkman, Abreu, and now Sweeney. That's the eighth
Sweet.
first baseman
And
here.
there's more.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
there's more
there are.
coming.
There are.
For sure.
Is he better than Jose Ramirez?
No,
Is he an F tier?
I think so.
Yeah.
Ben?
Because the thing is with Sweeney, like what it
I
is.
gotta look at
is
his numbers. I
he-
mean, I don't know much
he
about
had the what? I had him as for the first 5 years of the century, but like the rest of it was like there was just nobody else. So
Who was that other year? Was it Jermaine Dye?
no,
Ken
it was
Harvey?
Beltran. It was Beltran, 2003.
Beltran.
Yeah. When
These were
Sweeney was
terrible
good, he was really
teams.
good.
Yeah,
But,
this was
like-
these were terrible teams, and this guy gutted it out. You know, like this is the
Yeah.
Wait, 03 was a terrible team, or was it 04 that was one of those teams was good? 03 maybe.
03, 83 and 79 finished
Yeah.
third in the Central.
So bad.
04 was 58 and 104.
Oh,
No,
05 was 56 and 106.
No, I remember 03 they were going on a run until Minnesota eventually ran away with it.
For Mike Sweeney's career, 215 home runs, 909 RBIs, 297 batting average, 366 on base percentage, and 851 OPS. 750 runs scored, 1,450 games. It's a nice career. Sorry,
But
David.
it really was just like what 6 or 7 seasons of like
Yeah, it looks like it's
quality.
that. It's
Yeah.
that run. It's
Wow.
yeah.
how many did Butler have again?
Billy Butler.
I have Butler was on here 3 times.
Oh
Okay.
wow.
All right,
Yeah.
so close.
Yep.
Yeah, close.
So is Mike Sweeney an F tier guy?
I'm good with that.
In comparison, yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. All right. We'll move on.
Still a
And-
really good player though.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Next guy up on the list here is the Los Angeles Dodgers. Now, before we dive into this, I know you guys have a ton of names. Jason, tell the story about the Dodgers here.
This team had a 4-way tie.
Great.
Give them the other three and let
Okay.
them find the fourth.
All right. So
All right.
don't-
All right. Wait a
don't
minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. You're gonna start naming names right now?
That it isn't.
I'm going to tell you who it is.
No,
I'll-
no,
I'll
no,
do-
no, 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 no.
The commissioner and the champion speaks. He makes his ruling.
I reckon we name every name possible that you're thinking right now.
Okay. We'll give you all.
Okay.
You get all four of them.
Great.
We only have one
Mike,
here. on the
you want
list.
to start?
Matt Kemp.
That was the first one I was thinking of.
He is one of the 4.
That's one of them.
Okay.
Ben?
There were some bad ones, but is Adrian Gonzalez
He is one of
Two.
the four. Yes.
Go ahead,
Mike?
Mike.
Justin Turner.
No.
Ben.
How about Nomar Garciaparra?
No.
Adrian Beltre.
Yeah,
Good guess.
Nope.
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 Wow.
I got it. Okay.
He's got one.
I think so. Is it a toughie? Is there like ones that are like kind of like a little obscure? Little
This one's a
obscure?
little obscure. Yeah.
Okay. Andre Ethier?
Good guess, but no.
Wow.
He was close. He only had 2 seasons.
Okay.
One guy no longer plays, and the one guy does, right?
Yes.
Okay, there's your hint. We
Um,
will be talking about the guy who does play.
Correct.
And I'm
Guy
not
who
going to
does
tell you
play.
whether or not he plays for the Dodgers right now.
Okay,
Oh.
fair enough.
um,
But he might.
what?
But he might.
But he might. I'm blanking.
Yeah, is one of them very obvious?
I think so. Well,
Yeah.
One of them's it's tough, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. How about? See, he wasn't there long enough to be it. Okay.
So I think there's
all
a
right.
good.
All right. How about Sean Green?
that's,
Nailed it. That's number
that's the
3.
third or the fourth.
That's number 3.
Now we're just missing.
So that's the guy who doesn't play. Now you got to come up with the guy who does.
Well, I know Bellinger won an MVP, but I don't think he's played long enough.
That's
Is it
number
Bellinger?
4, guys, and that's
That's
the
it,
dude
we
we're going
did
to
it.
talk about.
I
You
Yeah.
guys
told
nailed
you
it.
we could do it.
Good job.
Told you
Good
we
job,
could do
Benji.
it.
Cody Bellinger is the guy that we're going to talk about
Benji,
here.
give it to Mike too. Mike, good
Good job, Mike. Strong work, dude.
Thank you.
All right. And you each got 2 of them, which is terrific.
That's true.
Cody Bellinger, where does he stack up among these guys? Is he better than Mike Sweeney?
Yes.
Why
Yeah.
did Bellinger win, by the way?
How many seasons did all of these guys have?
Each of
3?
those guys had 3 seasons.
Okay.
And Bellinger's was just better.
Bellinger's
Like-
had 47 and 115, a 305 batting average, a 406 on base, a 1.35 OPS, 121 runs scored, 95 walks to 108 strikeouts in his MVP season of 2019. I'm assuming he also won it in 2018 with a 25 home run, 76 RBI season. Is
Yeah.
that number 2? And then number 3,
17, 18, 19 were his, yeah.
17
Yeah.
is rookie of the year.
Okay.
39, 97, and 10. So
Okay.
it's a pretty good peak.
But then like 2020, 2021 were terrible.
Yeah.
Absolutely
So-
dreadful. So
That's like we can put him above Sweeney, but I don't think he's better than Ramirez.
Not yet. No.
Mike, Ben, rather.
I have to agree.
All right.
I have to
In D
agree.
tier, or is
My-
he the top of F?
I'll give you the top of F.
Well, then we'll give Jose the top of D.
All right.
All right.
So my question to you guys is, of the 3 guys that didn't get it, Sean Green and Adrian Gonzalez and Matt Kemp, where would they fall on this list? My guess is that Matt Kemp would probably be the lowest, right? Because like he really, his peak wasn't high. Like I feel like Adrian Gonzalez had some longevity. He's good on the Padres we could talk about, but like
Matt
I do
Kemp had
remember him
3
being-
years. I'm going to
All
assume
right.
it was 2016,
2011,
2011
crazy.
and
2011.
10,
Kemp had it in 09, 11, and 12.
Oh, no,
9,
good
11,
try.
and 12. Wow, I'm surprised not
12?
26. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
he
I
was
thought
on.
got hurt.
He wasn't on the Dodgers then. That's why. All right. Yeah, I think Cody Bellinger's peak is better than those 3 seasons.
Yeah, but not necessarily Adrian Gonzalez.
An interesting one.
Just as
Adrian
maybe his-
Gonzalez's best seasons were probably, let's see.
no,
Definitely
I'm sure.
2014. Definitely 2014, where he led the league in RBIs. Probably 2013 with 22 and 100 with a 293, and probably 2015 with a 275, 28 and
Nailed
90.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still think Bellinger's seasons were astronomically better.
Yeah, and Sean Green, like, I don't even think he.
Sean Green had one crazy year where he had
Yeah.
49 home runs. Was it
Yeah.
01? 01? Did he
Uh,
have 49 01?
2001, 49 and 125 with a 297. 2002, 42 and 114 with a 285, and 2004, I guess, 28 and
Three.
86.
It was 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, yeah. 2003 is 19 and 85, 280 and 55 on base
And
percentage.
then he was still sick on in 04.
Yeah, 28, 86 and a
All right.
266.
Are these better years than Cody Bellinger?
I don't think so.
No, not even that 49
When you
bomb
add
year?
in the fact that he won an MVP and a Rookie of the Year in 2 of those 3 seasons, I don't think so.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next team here. We're going to talk about the Milwaukee Brewers. Mike Haver, let's start with you.
My man Ryan Braun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Sure.
it kind of is. And here's another conversation, guys. Like, we're really now going to have to talk about PED suspensions, because Ryan
Okay.
Braun is an ugly, ugly character when we talk about PEDs. He's the guy who popped positive and then essentially ruined somebody's life and
Yeah,
reputation.
in some way or another he did. Yeah.
Yeah. So, do we count character here, or are we strictly looking at what his numbers were? First question.
Who are
Ben
you
Nisman.
asking?
Let's start with Ben
All right.
Nisman.
Look, firstly, there's at least one other PD considerable guy, that we've discussed already
Mhm.
on this list. I don't think of the character clause as much as some of my other pundits here. To me, I always considered the Hall of Fame to be a museum, and can we tell the story of baseball without talking about Barry Bonds? To me, no. Therefore, you put him in my opinion. I think all those guys should go in. I don't even necessarily think it's always like a statistical thing, Like, to me, Bobby Cox, that guy belongs in the Hall of Fame. Like, there's a lot of, I'm sure there's umpires, that belong in there. We wouldn't know, but based on their own statistics. But yeah, for me at least, like I don't count on the character clause.
Okay.
I want to just look at the player. That's me though.
And I think we should kind of leave this to a statistical thing, but it is worth mentioning that this is a guy who has popped positive and won an MVP that season when he popped, and it's something to be mentioned. Now,
Yeah.
is he better than Mike Sweeney, Mike Haver?
Yes.
Is he better than Cody Bellinger?
Yeah.
Better than Jose Ramirez?
That's a good question.
I think the answer is yes. And let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers.
My guess is yes as well.
Okay.
Lifetime 352 homers, 1154 RBIs, 216
Wow, yeah.
296 with a 358. A lifetime 891 OPS, 14 seasons, all with Milwaukee. Yeah, I think he's
I didn't
better
realize he did it this long, honestly.
Is he better than Stanton?
Probably.
Yeah.
He's better than Aramis Ramirez.
He's got the accolades, but I know I don't know how much we care about accolades, but
how many years did we decide Aramis Ramirez was doing it for?
Aramis Ramirez. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons of 30 or more home runs. Ryan Braun, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons of 30 home runs or more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive seasons of 100 RBIs or more for Braun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seasons of 100 RBIs. or
The thing
more.
about that though is like those Cubs teams were better than
I don't know, man.
Prince
those
Fielder.
Prince
and
Fielder
him,
was on this team.
Yeah,
Like,
the two of them
Yeah, but
together
there were some
was-
good teams here.
Yeah, they did
I-
have some good guys.
they did,
Aramis
but-
Ramirez
was
has 29 steals for his career, and Braun has
What's his name was
216.
really raking for them also.
Corey Hart.
very hard.
Corey Hart, but there was somebody else. They were brothers. There was one on the Oakland A's, had the dreadlocks.
Ricky Weeks.
That's
And
great.
Jamile
Thank you.
Weeks,
And
yeah.
Jamil,
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Ricky.
So, I think Braun's better than Ramirez.
Yeah, he's got the
Aramis.
steals.
Yeah. Yeah. What's great is that they
Well-
both retired, so we can talk about it this way.
Yeah.
Ramirez did play 4 more seasons than Braun did, for what that's
Yeah,
worth.
How many
Uh,
doubles did
I mean,
Ramirez
those-
end up with?
Ramirez ended with 495 doubles. Ryan Braun 408 in 4 fewer seasons. Ryan Braun's 162 game average is 37 doubles in a season. That would put him over the top if you give him the 4 more seasons. But
doesn't Ramirez crush him in RBIs?
1,417 for Ramirez, 1,154 for Braun in 4 fewer seasons. 106 is his average, 162 game average. That would probably put him right in line with Ramirez if he had the 4 extra seasons. So
Okay,
this is close, but this is probably
it's a
where
very
he lives.
close.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
where he
As far as
lives.
I put him,
Either
yeah.
I think
Uh,
we're gonna put him underneath Aramis Ramirez, the tiebreaker being the PED suspension. Is that fair?
Okay.
I can do
Is that
that.
fair?
Yeah,
Mike Haber?
because we're positive that Aramis Ramirez was never touching that stuff.
True.
But
Yeah,
Right. All right.
we are.
Let's move on to the next one here, guys. So after the Milwaukee Brewers, we have the Minnesota Twins. Minnesota Twins. Who we gonna be talking about this time? Ben Nisman.
wow, see, like Joe Mauer won 3 batting titles in a row. I think, if not, no, he just at least won 3 batting titles for that team. What an MVP there. It's not more. No, I'm gonna go with Mauer.
It is Joe Mauer, and it was 3
Yeah.
batting titles in 4 seasons
4 seasons
for
Sorry.
Joe Mauer here. Where
Shame
does
on
Joe
me.
Mauer stack up, guys? This is an interesting one because it's the first
Great
catcher.
player. Great player.
Terrific player.
Such a great player.
Is he better than the Fs?
Yeah,
Is he
Yes.
better than Jose Ramirez?
Yes.
Is he better
Yeah.
than Stanton?
It's a catcher.
yeah, it's 2 different. Yeah, yeah, he is.
Yeah, I think overall,
I think you have to.
Joe Mauer with MVP, 6 All-Stars, 3 Gold Gloves, 5 Silver
Yeah.
Sluggers, and 3 batting titles. The 3
Yeah.
batting and a carry
almost
him.
1,000
How
walks.
far
No.
can he?
Besides the three batting title years, was he on the list as the best player on the team besides those 3 years?
Other
Yes.
than 06, 08, and 09. How many did he have overall?
Yeah, I have him 1, 2, 3, 5.
5.
Oh,
So,
Those
yeah.
2 other years.
05, 08, 09, 10, and 13. Sorry, 06. Well, I didn't give him 06 because that was Morneau's MVP year.
More knows here.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
hit 347 that year. For
Yeah.
what that's worth. Morneau probably had like 35 homers. Mauer only hit 13.
By the way, Morneau was the guy that was dropped that I
Mhm.
picked up in that 06 year to pair with Konerko. And that was the championship.
That was a championship.
That was the championship.
I think-
Konerko, Morneau, and Brad Penny. I think it was
Nice.
Brad Radke too.
Mhm. Is he better than Stanton? Yes. Is he better than Ryan Braun? I don't think so. I don't.
No?
Think so. No. I don't think so.
Why not?
I don't have a good answer for that.
I mean, like statistically,
352 home runs, a 296 batting average for.
It's not fair to
Braun.
home
Right.
runs against the catcher.
Right, and
That's
it's
just it.
Don't
Like,
go with
who meant more to their team?
Howard.
Mauer.
I don't know, man. Braun was pretty damn important to that team getting to the playoffs.
That 1 year?
I mean, I guess that was the only year, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they both
All
played
right.
for one team for their entire career and for the same amount of time, right? Same both
15
15-year
seasons for Mauer and 14 seasons for Braun. Yeah, they're both the face of the franchise.
Honestly,
that-
if I knew these guys were having these kinds of careers, I'd rather have the catcher than the
I
outfielder.
think so. I think so. Better than
Yeah.
Aramis Ramirez.
No.
I think if we're saying that Braun and Ramirez are about the same, he's
Yeah.
got to go.
You gotta go in
Really?
front.
He's got to go up there.
I
Is he
think
better
so,
than
man.
Jose Ramirez or Jose Abreu?
I mean, he's gonna have the longevity because Abreu's not gonna play much longer.
Maybe. Abreu's got that 100 RBI thing, but not much else, does he?
But Mauer's got like a 300 average every goddamn year. Abreu's done that twice, 3 times.
Yeah.
3 times.
All right. Are we saying that Mauer's probably better than Abreu?
I think Mauer's better than Abreu. Is he better than
Okay
Manny
with that.
Machado?
To me, if he's better than Abreu, he's better than Machado. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he
I don't
better
think he's
than
better than
Burke?
Burke. I don't think he's better than Berkman.
Is this
Is that the line?
I think that's
Berkman
the
and
ceiling.
Mauer stats. Why don't we look at some Berkman versus Mauer stats?
All right.
This might be
well,
a really good battle.
yeah.
But they're not gonna match up though because
No, we'll match up some things though. Just the average, the on base,
Yep.
just some of those like average stats. Not
Batting
necessarily
average
the-
306 for Joe Mauer, 293 for Lance Berkman. On
so
base
almost
percentage,
almost a wash.
406 on base percentage for Lance Berkman, 388 for Joe Mauer.
Wow.
And that's kind of a thing that I thought Joe Mauer would be more known for. Is,
Me too.
um,
And the fact that Berkman did it as a positional player that probably played more games than Mauer, I would think.
Mauer's more decorated as far as like, but Berkman has a ring.
No doubt. That 2011 team.
I think Mauer's just behind Berkman, barely, because at some point we have to say, you know what, like we've given you this many opportunities to say we can't hold you power against you as a catcher. But this dude's got 1,200 fucking RBIs, and Joe Mauer is 925. I don't feel very comfortable.
Good for the amount. Very good for the amount of games that he played, though.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
mean, I hear what you're saying, but like the fact that Lance Berkman has an over 400 on base is stunning.
I personally think we have him too low.
Okay,
Berkman?
Yeah,
I get that.
I that to me looks better at least.
So the Joe
Wow.
Mauer is now the gatekeeper of C.
Yeah,
Mike
Potentially
Haber,
future
you're
Hall of
laughing.
Famer.
What's up?
No, I'm with you.
Okay.
Really?
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on because it doesn't get any easier here. Let's
Uh-oh.
talk about the
Are
Washington.
we like halfway through the league now?
We're a little more than halfway through. A little more than halfway. The Washington Nationals best hitter over the last 20 years. I think I start with Mike Haber.
You said it doesn't get easier?
This one I thought would be pretty easy.
Yeah, so
though.
it's not Harper. Okay.
No,
No.
it's not Harper.
I think
Is it Ryan Zimmerman?
It is
Yeah.
not Ryan Zimmerman.
Wow. Okay. All right. Then my other guess is a guy that, you know what? They signed him for a lot of money and they thought that we all thought it was like a crazy amount of money. And the guy actually had a pretty damn good career there the whole time. Is it Jason Worth?
No.
no.
You guys love when I go through my spiel and then I'm wrong.
Thanks for taking us there though.
Yeah, good setup.
That's a good place to take us. I appreciate it. Mike
Well,
Haber.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know?
Okay. I think maybe.
Go ahead.
Ian Desmond.
No.
You're getting closer though.
Yeah, you're on the right path though.
Trey Turner.
No. But again, you're in the neighborhood.
Adam LaRoche.
No.
That's not the neighborhood. That's
It's
across
not even the
ocean.
county.
Ian Desmond is the right area. Oh, what that other guy that used to just strike out all the time and he was You know who I'm talking about. He was terrible, Mike. Oh God.
Strikeout all the time.
Yeah, he was like an infielder and an outfield. Oh, he was all over the place. Maybe that's
Well,
not
it's
the
not
guy.
him.
It's not the guy. It's not
Yeah.
him. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Are you
it
talking about
Roma? Yes.
the second? He was the second baseman. Oh my God, it's gonna bother me. He went to the Angels. Danny Espinosa.
That's the guy. That's
No,
the guy I was thinking
It's not
of.
Danny
No, it's
Espinosa.
not. It is
Not-
not Danny Espinosa.
Okay.
It's not Rendon, right?
It's Anthony Rendon,
is.
guys.
Wow.
Yeah, it's Anthony
All right.
Rendon.
Hey, Yunel Escobar land on that list? He seemed to
Not-
he landed on another list. So
He landed
Yeah,
on the Braves,
go
but not on
figure.
I
this.
bet you he's on the Rays at one point. You're gonna find him on the Rays.
We're gonna get to
Okay.
that one. That one's interesting. So Anthony Rendon, where does he stack up here, guys? Is he better than Mike Sweeney?
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Gut
Yeah.
reaction.
2019 year was crazy good.
34, 126, but for his lifetime, 24 and 92, 25 and 120 and 85. The last two seasons have not been good. I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean,
Well, I feel
2020
like-
wasn't terrible for what it was. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
2020
but,
wasn't
like,
bad.
I'll give him credit for that, but is he that much better than Mike Sweeney right now?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think he sits there, honestly. I don't
Is
think
he
he's
better than Mike?
Bellinger.
Hold on. Is he better than Mike Sweeney?
Yes.
I think he
think.
is.
Let's
Yeah.
look.
3 straight years of 40 doubles.
I bet you Mike Sweeney hasn't done that, but maybe Mike Sweeney's done other stuff that he has not.
Mike Sweeney hit 333 in 2000, 304 in 2001, 340 in 2002. Anthony Rendon's best year was 319.
340.
Yeah, 340.
144
He's a
RBIs in
297.
2000.
144 RBIs in 2000. Wow. 126 was the best for Rendon.
Yeah, but we're not counting the year 2000.
Fair.
Correct.
He finished
Yeah.
11th in All-Star in MVP voting with a 333, 407, 523, 29 home runs and 144 RBIs.
What year was that?
2000.
2000. Oh, I listed the top 5. Yeah, man, I kind of think that guy might be better than Rendon. I don't know.
I don't
Rendon has more
necessarily
career
disagree.
left.
Rendon's a 287 hitter lifetime. Sweeney is 297. And he's got a comparable on base.
Sweeney's an
percentage.
almost 300 career hitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that can't be ignored
No, I think
on
Rendon's
a bad team.
there, guys.
Yeah.
I really do.
Bottom of the pile.
All right. Let's move on to the next one. Guys, this one is the representative of our New York Metropolitans. And I would be remiss if I didn't for the opportunity to say this man's name to Ben Nisman.
Okay. Well, 06, 07, and 08 probably are owned by Beltron, except that 06 Wright and Reyes have something to say about it. 05 is probably right. 09 was a mess. 2010 was a mess. God, there's so many years where there's so many bad players. I guess 2011 would be Beltron. Is it obvious?
It should be.
Yeah,
Really?
It really should be.
Is it David?
It is.
it is.
Of course it is. It's David. And I mean, realistically, it's probably not that close, is it, Jason?
No, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the
Yeah.
seasons.
Because there were a lot of bad teams in there. Like, yes, we talk about 2006 being terrific, and 2007 was a good team too. But there are some lean years in there, man. Like 2005 was a bad season. 27 home runs, 102 RBIs, a 306 average, 912 OPS as a 22-year-old.
Yeah. 07 was a freaking awesome year. I remember he like filled up all the stats, like 100 runs, 100 RBIs, 100 walks, like kind of like
He had 94 walks. Please don't exaggerate.
Played for a while, so-
He hit
Sorry.
325 and had a 963 OPS. That's probably his best season. He finished fourth in MVP voting. The thing I'm concerned about, guys, is where does he stack up here? Is he better than Anthony Rendon?
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
yes. Is he better than Mike Sweeney?
Yes.
Yes. Is he better than Cody Bellinger?
Yes.
Better than Jose
Yeah.
Ramirez?
I think he's got the steals, right? I mean,
The time.
I think it's only going to come down to that. Wright has 14 seasons with 242 homers, 970 RBIs, and a 296 batting average. Jose Ramirez in 9 seasons has 163 home runs, which is only 80 behind him. 540 RBIs, that's 400, and a 278 batting average. I think Wright's better, but catch up with me in 5 or 6 years and see where Jose Ramirez is.
Yeah.
Right.
Is Wright better than Stanton?
You guys can talk about that.
Why? Because you would definitely say that Wright is definitely better than Stan, or would you not?
I think he's recusing himself from this conversation.
Yeah, I just want to be unbiased, you know.
Well, why can't you be?
I think David Wright had the better career up until this point.
Really?
Yeah.
242 home runs, 970 RBIs, 296 with a 376 on base and 867 OPS. Giancarlo in 12 seasons, 347 home runs, 893 RBIs, essentially 100 behind him. A 268 batting average, 358 on base, 901 career OPS.
I
Yeah.
mean,
I think
damn spinal
Stanton's gonna-
stenosis.
I think, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Look at the final 3 seasons here.
Yeah.
Like, and then nothing in 2017 and then 18. Like, essentially, it's
True.
really a 9-year career
Yeah, that's true.
that David Wright had.
I guess I just felt like David Wright was a better, like, all-around player than Stan.
Being like a very good third baseman, I thought he was like a very quality third baseman.
Sure.
Not amazing, but above
And this-
average.
the steals, 2-time Gold Glove winner.
7-time All-Star, but I don't know that I can put David Wright ahead of Giancarlo Stanton.
Okay.
I don't
I think
I
that's
can.
okay
where we
with
draw.
that.
That's where we
I'm
draw
fine
the
with
line.
that. I'm
Yeah.
totally fine with that. And I'm a Mets fan, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
To be
Yeah,
Yeah,
honest,
I think
with you.
we're okay.
Like,
We're all okay with that.
Honestly, and the other thing about David, I mean, now this is something that I can only see because as a Mets fan, you're watching mostly those games, and I can't really speak. We would say about Poppy, we saw a lot of Poppy, but like David was one of the last people that I wanted to see in the last 3 innings in a close game, like a 1-run game, tie game,
He was clutch.
and on base. I didn't find him clutch. I found him to be in those positions, in those situations a lot. And I found him in the last 3 innings, not so clutch. In the first few innings, very clutch. The games were tight in those early innings. Yeah, I'd see him hit a big home run. Even when they were up by a run, I'd see him like bury it. But late in the game, for a good amount of time, man, I didn't. I remember one, in fact, they were winning 9 in a row. This made it 10 in a row, actually. They were down by a little against the Diamondbacks in 07. And he hits a home run. I think it was 07, either 07 or 08, but he hits a home run. They tie that game against the Diamondbacks, and they end up going on and winning that game and winning 10 in a row. You know what? I think it was the Cincinnati
You know what's great about stuff like
Cincinnati.
this is that you can fact check this. I'm just gonna
It's not
show this.
Diamondbacks. Might be Cincinnati. Which one was that?
I'm not going on that story. I'm just going off of what you
Oh.
said about him not being clutch. 286 batting average, 364 on base percentage, and an 850 OPS in the first 3 innings. 275 batting average, 374 on base, 816 OPS in the final 3 innings. The middle 3 innings is where he really succeeds. 323 batting average, 387 on base, 930 OPS in innings 4 through 6. So yeah, in the late innings, he wasn't bad, but it was the worst of him. I think it's great that we have him as the gatekeeper of D for right now. Let's talk next about the New York Yankees' best player hitter over the last 20 years. And I would be remiss if I didn't allow the only Yankee fan that'll ever appear on this podcast. This one. Who is it, Mike Haber?
Alex Rodriguez.
That is totally is Alex Rodriguez. Now here's the real interesting question, because this is where we stand with this. We know this guy did that. He did PEDs. He's kind of the poster child for that generation of it. Much the same way that like Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa are the Roger Clemens and Barry Bonds are that generation. Where does Alex Rodriguez fit here? I'm going to start him here to save us time. Is there anybody in the B tier that's worse, that's better than Alex Rodriguez?
No.
No,
That he goes to the A tier.
because
He-
and the thing is, even if you just look at from 2001, which is where we're looking at, he still hit 289, 382, 546 with a 928 OPS, 507 home runs just from 2001. He hit 500 home runs.
He also won 3 MVPs in that period of time. He hit more than 40 home runs 5 times. But how much can we really look at that?
Right.
We're still talking about a guy who has north of 2,000 RBIs, almost 700 home runs, and hit
Yeah.
295 for his career. He has over 3,000 hits. Do we put him above Poppy?
330 stolen bases. Like,
Yes, you put him above Poppy. Yes.
Says the
I
Yankee
agree.
fan.
I agree.
Is he better than
No, I
Miggy?
agree.
Miggy.
I think so. But
'Cause of the position.
but Miggy's played a clean. He's had a
Mhm.
clean career. So I don't know if you want to have.
I don't
If
think I can
it-
go any higher than this.
yeah, if we're putting Braun behind Ramirez because of the PED pop, then I think we have to leave it there.
Do it here. I think we have to leave. It's Trout, Cabrera, A-Rod.
Are you sure that's A-Rod? Because it looks like his head is cut off.
It is, but I
Yeah.
promise it's him.
That's his ass.
That's
Yeah.
his swing.
That's his
That's
ass.
his swing.
Are you going to pick a better picture of him where it
You should've-
actually fit
It's,
in the
it's actually a
picture?
really good picture. They cropped it wrong. Like this.
I really. It's my last week was the Clayton Kershaw picture. That was my favorite.
All right, Oakland Athletics next, gentlemen. This is going to be a fun one. Ben Nisman, let's start with you there. You're a fan of these Oakland A's, I know.
This is tough.
Yeah, I am. This is a fun group. All right. I got a few different answers.
I'll say that there was a tie. It was a tie.
Oh, as a tie? All right, we'll get both of the guys. Is one of them Miguel Tejada?
No, surprisingly.
Okay. How many years did he grab?
Just his MVP. year.
MVP? Just the MVP year? Wow. Okay. How many did Eric Chavez get?
That's one of them.
That was.
And that's
yeah,
the
that's
guy
one of the
we're going to
guys.
be talking, and that's the guy we'll be talking about. So the
Okay.
other guy,
The other guy, mid 2000s, like 2006 ish. Say what they got into they won the division title in 06 and actually
mhm,
got past the first round. Is it that? Is it there? No?
Nope. Not even close.
Okay. Like closer to like a current player. Is it Chris Davis?
It is.
yeah. So that's why we're choosing Eric Chavez here, because
Why?
6 Gold Gloves. You know,
And he's a Mets hitting coach.
yeah. There you go. That's the reason. That was the
Good
tiebreaker.
reason. It's a good
Eric
reason.
Chavez. Now, this is an interesting one because you think of the A's and you think of a good team, but Eric Chavez ends up being their best player. Is he better than Anthony Rendon?
I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't think so. His numbers aren't
I'd have to
great.
look
A
at his-
268 batting average, 342 on base, 818 OPS, 260 homers, 902 RBIs, steals, 318 doubles. He's definitely not better than David.
I don't think his best year is better than Rendon's 2019 year.
2019 was 34 and 126 with a 319 and a 412, a 1010 OPS for Rendon.
No.
Chavez best season, 34 homers, 109 RBIs, a 275, a 348 on base with an
No
860.
way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. He's the F tier. He's the guy now.
He's the bottom.
He's the bottom guy.
Yep.
Moving on to
That
the
was
next,
easy.
Yeah, moving on to the next guy, Philadelphia Phillies, division rival. Ben Nisman, we'll start with you again here because it's a division rival.
Wow. Okay.
And Mike Haber already knows this.
Wow. He knows it already?
Yeah, after the show last week, I showed him 5 seconds of the screen I've been using, and the only two guys he saw were this
You
one
remembered?
and another one that we're talking about later.
Okay. I got a couple of Okay, so then he can't answer. So can I just get a couple of different guesses
Go
if
for
I
it.
don't get it the first time? All right. The first guy that I'm going with. Man,
Definitely not Jim Eisenreich.
Yeah, right.
He didn't make the list.
Man, it's obviously it's between three guys, but I feel like is
All
it
on the
Chase
same
Utley?
team, same era. It is not
Is
Utley.
it? It's not Utley. So is it Rollins?
Not Jimmy
Is there
Rollins.
longer? So it's Howard?
It's Ryan
Yeah.
Howard, man.
Really?
Yeah, it's Ryan
05
Howard.
definitely, and then
The top.
07? Or
He's got to be
06?
05, 06, 07, 08, 09.
Yeah, those are ridiculous seasons.
Yeah.
Wait,
45,
but-
48, 47, 58. Like this
What
is
was the year that Rollins won the MVP?
was that
07.
2007? Yeah, that was
07, yeah.
2007.
07?
So yeah, I gave it to Howard in 06, 09, 11, and 15.
Yeah.
15? Huh?
Yeah,
Rollins-
I mean 15 wasn't
Howard's-
great, but nobody was great on that.
He was
team.
better than everybody else.
Rollins
Yeah.
has they both have an MVP, but Ryan Howard has the rookie of the year as well, a second and third place and a fifth place finish, 47 homers, 48 homers, 45 homers, all over 130 RBIs for 4 straight seasons.
It's
Ryan Howard
interesting. Okay.
Ryan Howard was nasty for
No
4
doubt.
years.
I don't
Now-
know if he's better than Chase Utley though. Like when you talk about like those Phillies guys, like out of the three, I could be wrong, but I think Chase Utley
I think
was the better
Utley was the
player.
more complete package. Utley was the more
Yeah.
complete package, yeah.
Yeah.
But
But I mean, you
couldn't-
can't look
I
away
couldn't
from
ignore-
140 plus RBIs 3 years and a fourth season of 136.
Yeah,
for sure.
you can't
Like
ignore
none
that.
of these guys
I
are
get
that
it.
close to that.
I get it.
So
For sure.
is he better than Cody Bellinger?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so. Is he better than Jose Ramirez?
yeah.
David Wright?
yeah.
I think so.
It pains me to say that, but
I think I disagree there.
yeah, I don't know about that actually.
Like Wright
That
was
was
better
so
for longer.
tough.
Yeah,
No,
I think
I-
Wright was.
Tough.
I don't think so. I think Ryan Howard at his peak is better than David Wright at his peak.
Agreed,
I don't know.
but I also think
Yeah,
that David
yeah.
Wright. I
Third base,
think that
though.
David Wright had more good level seasons than Ryan Howard because we're talking about
2013 was a
3
solid year for Wright. 2013 was still like a later solid season for Wright.
talk about
Ryan
6
Howard's
great
peak
years for
was-
Ryan Howard.
6 great, yeah.
6 great years for Ryan Howard, and David Wright
5.
27 and 102, 26 and 116, 30 and 107, 33 and 124, 29 and 103. We'll call it 21 and 93 is the 6th great season. So they each have 6 great seasons, 14
Close.
years versus 13 years. But Howard's just got him dominated on these counting
And
stats.
RBIs, yeah.
Yeah, but David Wright has him crushed on batting average, on base percentage.
Yeah.
Their OPSs are
Very
relatively
important.
similar. All right. This is obviously where he's
Strikeouts.
going to fall because he's not going to
Yeah.
be better than Stanton.
No.
No,
No. So he's going underneath right because of Philly. Screw
Yeah.
him.
Okay. I love it. I love it. For no
Pittsburgh
other reason.
Pirates. We've got about a handful left. Pittsburgh Pirates. Best player over the last 20
Nice.
years, Mike Haber.
I'm gonna go Andrew McCutcheon.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yep.
Andrew McCutcheon
Yep.
is without question their
Not even
best
close.
guy.
Not
Yeah.
even close.
Yeah. I want to know how many other guys,
Oh,
how many other
that would be
different
fun.
years, like how many different
Okay, we
years
got-
did he not
Wait,
win?
wait,
He
wait,
was
wait,
there
wait.
from
Okay.
09 to 17. So we're probably talking about some guys early on like Nate
Oh, I would
McLeod,
love it.
there were
Oh, I
yeah,
love
2 of those
talking
years
about
he,
those
he
guys.
2
Jason
of those
Bay.
years he didn't win it.
Yeah.
Jason Bay.
Jason Bay is a couple of them. And I would have said like Brian Giles or Jason Kendall.
Brian Giles won a couple of them. During from 09 to 17 when Kutch was there, the only time he didn't win it was 09 and 16.
Wow.
Otherwise, it's all
Impressive.
him.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see where he stacks up though, because honestly, he's an interesting cat. This is an interesting
is.
cat. Is he better than
Mike Sweeney?
He's obviously better than Mike Sweeney. Okay. Is he better than Cody
Obviously.
Bellinger? McCutcheon for
He
his
can-
career, 280 average, 373 on base, 270 homers,
Steal
100
bases too.
197 steals over the career.
Yeah, I think so. He did it for longer.
Yeah.
He's still
Yeah.
going.
He's still going.
I don't
Still
think he's
going.
better than Jose Ramirez, though.
No,
No.
you want to look at those stats and.
Yep. That's what
I
I'm
mean,
doing.
he's and former MVP is McCutcheon.
Yeah.
so.
163 home runs. That's not really all that great. Their batting averages are close. Jose's is 278. McCutcheon's is 280. Their on base percentage, McCutcheon is better by 20 points. The OPS is better in Jose Ramirez, 6 ticks. Let's talk a 162 average of their careers. Is that a fair way to do that?
I like
Okay.
it.
All right. For McCutcheon, 25 homers, 86 RBIs, 18 steals, and obviously the same counting stats, 280, 373, and an 849. He would have 97 runs and 34 doubles. Ramirez, 162 game average, 27 home runs, 89 RBIs, 25 steals, obviously the same numbers, 40 doubles, 100 runs.
Yeah,
It's close. It's close.
It's
But
real
yeah,
close.
I think Ramirez may have.
I think
the,
Ramirez is just a slightly bit better.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm for that. I'm for that.
Yeah.
All right. Next name on the list, guys, is the San Diego Padres. Best hitter of the last 20 years. Ben Nisman, you're up.
Man, he's not there long enough. It's not Adrian Gonzalez, is it?
It is Adrian Gonzalez, as a matter of fact.
Mhm.
He nailed it without even thinking. Adrian
Well, I
Gonzalez.
did think about it, but
Adrian Gonzalez. Where does he fall here, guys? This is another
good. I'm
interesting
glad he ends up getting in this list because he was a really awesome player.
He was.
He
He
get,
really
you know
was.
what I mean, for like a good amount of time, like maybe like close to 10 years. He was the man. No,
Yeah, no doubt. No
Yeah.
doubt. Let's see. Hit more than 30 home runs. 1, 2, 4. 4
that
years.
wasn't his thing though.
No.
The home runs
What would you
wasn't
say
his
his
thing though.
thing
So
was?
he's impeccable.
Everything but
I
steals.
guess consistent, like not striking out a lot and
And
Yeah, more
durability.
on
than-
base.
I mean, he played every game.
Yeah.
Like,
He did play every 156, 161, 162, 160, 160, 159, 159, 157, 159, 156, 156. That is incredible
Amazing.
durability. Where
Yeah.
does he fall, guys? Is he better than Eric Chavez?
Yeah.
Is he better than Anthony Rendon?
Yes.
Mike Sweeney?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cody Bellinger?
yes.
Yeah.
Andrew McCutcheon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jose Ramirez?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ryan Howard?
Guys,
I think
I don't
yes,
think
just
so.
because
Yeah.
longevity.
he might
Longevity.
be. He was good for a long time. He was
Yeah.
really good for a long time.
But on the Padres,
Well, are we looking just at the Padres or are we looking
I
at
want to look at his career. I'm looking at his career.
what game are we
317
playing?
317 home runs career, 1,200 RBIs. For Ryan Howard, 382 home runs, 1,194 RBIs. They are literally separated by 8 RBIs.
If he's better than Ryan Howard, he's better than David Wright.
I don't think he's better than Ryan Howard. I think this is close, though.
I don't think so either.
He's a good defensive player. Really good. Really good.
4 Gold Gloves. That does say something. Ryan
Really
Howard.
good.
But to Mike's
But
point,
Ryan
we're
Howard has
looking
an MVP and a Rookie of the Year, and he's got a ring. Adrian Gonzalez doesn't have one of those either. I think that might be the tiebreaker.
I'm good with it.
All right.
I don't know. It's tough.
This next guy is one guy that I think might top the list altogether. It's the Seattle Mariners, Mike Haber.
Ichiro.
No doubt. I am going to start him in the A tier.
Yeah, you can.
Is he better than Poppy?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, guys. I realize he has all the hits and stuff, but the power of Poppy, like, it's,
Yeah.
it changes. It changes the game. Like
311
his
batting
bat,
average. a 757 OPS for his career,
Jeez.
which is interesting for Ichiro. Like the fact that he has a low OPS.
Yeah, that's
with a-
true.
Because it was
with
just a lot of infield hits. A lot of
Yeah, it was just a lot of
355
slap
on base
steals.
percentage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Career
at-
117 home runs, 500 steals, 3,000 hits, 362 doubles, 96 triples.
I mean, this is the conversation though, right? Because, like, yeah, Ichiro and David Ortiz's game were way different.
Way
So
different.
How do
That's the whole
you
point.
yeah? How
And
do
look
you
at
quantify
that-
that?
That durability for Ichiro, like he played in what, almost 700 games. I mean 700 at bats. Like
Every single season for the
that's
first
wild.
11
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
He's got an MVP and a Rookie of the Year at the same time. Poppy doesn't have either of those. I think Ichiro's a no doubt Hall of
Ichiro
Famer.
has zero World Series, while Poppy.
He also has zero
3.
PED suspicion.
True.
Is he better than Poppy? If he's better than Poppy, is he better than A-Rod?
He's not better than A-Rod.
I think I like Ichiro sitting at the bottom of it.
I like it. I like him where he is.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think we all do. Because he's better than Helton.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right, the next guy is the San Francisco Giants best hitter of the last 20 years. Ben Nisman, you're up on this one.
Jeez, this should not be that difficult. I mean, it's got to be Bonds.
No.
It's not.
You guys, come on. If it's not Bonds, there's something wrong with this list. Seriously, there's something wrong. Is it Posey?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the other one.
No, it's Bonds.
I think I have
see
to
where you're
agree
gonna
with
go.
Ben. I think I have
see
to
what you're
agree
gonna
with
say,
that.
but like that's insane. There's no way in no
Bonds is
world. I don't care how many years versus. I don't care. This
Just
guy
in the-
has
just in the 6
amount
years.
of walks, the on base percentage, the walks, the runs. Okay, it's just I'm
He's
sorry.
gonna have. He's
There's no
gonna
way.
just in the years that we're talking about from 2001 forward. He has an on base percentage of 531.
I get that, but the challenge was how many seasons was this player the best player on the team?
I see what you're saying, but I think because this guy's abilities so far eclipsed any secondary, like the next baseball player, let alone what he did for us. I mean, it's
He won
just,
4 straight MVPs in
I'm
the first
not
4
questioning that.
years.
Yeah,
How
absolutely.
many years was Posey the number one guy?
I stopped actually at 2017 because he about at that point. So it would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 7 because you had this year. So if not more than 7, I only had Bonds those top 4. Those 4 seasons were in 07. So 5 seasons for Bonds.
Again, we asked the question, what game are we playing? If we're playing
Right.
1990 through 2005, obviously Barry Bonds is going to win this.
I
But
don't
we're
care.
talking
The
last 20
the challenge was how many seasons was this player the best player on the team? And in this case,
I mean, I think Bonds has to be the guy. It's just, I don't know.
It's
Maybe
an
I'm
interesting. It's an
crazy, but
interesting.
It's
It's
just
interesting.
that
like,
on base percentage should save everything.
no question. But that wasn't the challenge.
I
right.
get it.
So we have Buster Posey here as the guy on the game. So let's play Buster Posey. We are talking about a guy who has an MVP, a Rookie of the Year, 7 All-Star appearances, 3 rings,
3
gloves,
championships.
5 Silver Sluggers, and a batting title.
And he was a catcher.
And he's a
Yeah.
catcher.
Yeah,
So,
I think you put him
I
in
think
front
we-
of Mauer right ahead, right? You
That's
put him in
exactly the
front of
first thing
Mauer.
I was going to ask. Is he ahead of Mauer? He's there. So is he better than Berkman? I don't think the answer is yes.
You think so?
I don't think so.
No,
I
I agree with you.
Bergman's over 400 on base percentage for his
Yeah.
career. Is still stunning me.
Yeah.
Still stunning me. I can't believe he did that. He was on base over 40% of the time in his career. Did you guys think that?
No.
No.
You were watching
No.
him?
That's what I'm saying. When I did this research,
No,
I
he's
was
a-
astounded.
He's the
at-
most
at
surprising
Berkman's
guy on
numbers.
this list so far.
Definitely.
So I think we make the 2 catchers the dual
I
gate.
like that.
Let's
like
move
that.
on. Let's move
I
on
think I'm
to
okay with that.
got a couple more here. Let's go to the St. Louis Cardinals. Mike Haber,
Albert Pujols.
no doubt, without a
Not even
doubt.
not even close.
So this might be the guy who tops the list now. So let's
Yeah.
jump him to the A tier. Is he better than Ichiro?
Yes.
Is he better than Poppy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is he better than A-Rod?
Yeah.
Is he better than Miguel Cabrera?
Yes.
Yes.
Is he better than Mike Trout?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think,
He's the
I
best
think I agree.
first baseman of all time.
And now here's a question for you. If Barry Bonds was on the list, would he be better than Barry Bonds?
No.
So Barry
Barry
Bonds
Bonds
would
would
be
be-
your number one.
Would be number one on my list. Yeah.
I
I
mean-
mean, yeah, because the thing about those are the top two guys. You could argue for Pujols. It's just that with Bonds, you couldn't pitch to him. You actually couldn't throw. Like, you have to walk him. He changes the game more than any other player.
In my opinion, though, that's why Bonds isn't on the list, because when you think of like the best hitter in the last 20 years, how can Bonds be the top of that list? It can't be. In
Does
the
he
last,
get a chance, right?
he didn't get a chance.
Yeah.
How can it not be Pujols in the last 20 years?
Well, let's get the final three in here, fellas. We've got 3 names left. Pujols takes a late surge and takes over the number 1 spot. Mike Trout, his former teammate. Really interesting that the
Wild. Yeah.
2 best hitters of the last 20 years were on the same team for a decade, and they got to the playoffs once. Angels suck as an organization.
That's unreal.
Wow. Wait. They still have a championship in 02.
Yeah, without
With
either
neither-
of these guys.
Without either of those guys. I can name most of that team, though. That was a good team.
All right.
Stacked offense.
How about the Tampa Bay Rays best hitter of the last 20?
Who's up?
Ben
Not
Nisman.
Delman Young.
It is not done.
No,
Not Desmond Jennings.
nope.
It's not
It's not Ben Zobrist.
no, and it's not BJ Upton.
It's not Joey Wendell.
No, well, that guy's been pretty solid there.
It's not G-Man Choi.
Is it
No.
Evan Longoria?
Totally is Evan
Yeah.
Longoria. He nailed it. He nailed it. Now, this is another interesting one. I liken this into the David
player.
Wright conversation, in that area. He's obviously better than Eric Chavez. He's better than Rendon. He's better than Sweeney, Cody Bellinger.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Is he better than
Is he better
Sweeney?
than Mike Sweeney? I don't think he is. I think Mike
Really?
Sweeney is being
I don't
undervalued
know.
here recently.
Yeah.
300
I
home
don't
runs,
think-
like, but
I don't think Mike
But
Sweeney
a
might be
297
better.
batting average. Longoria is a lifetime 266. He's already got 100 more home runs than Mike Sweeney now.
I think we need to bump Sweeney maybe up on this list.
No, I'm taking
possibly.
Longoria all the way on this. He already has 100 more home runs. Also has 100 more RBI. Their OPS, wow. The OPS is ugly for Longoria at 808 versus 851 for Sweeney. 1,500 to 1,800 hits. Longoria has more in fewer seasons. Runs
Okay.
scored 961 to 759. Longoria leads with 2 fewer seasons. 409 doubles for Longoria, 325 doubles for Sweeney in 2 fewer seasons for Longoria. I'm going to go Longoria,
Okay.
and then I'm going to put him ahead of Cody Bellinger, but I don't think he's better than McCutchen.
no.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Longoria he's
He-
fine, I
he
think
was-
is the best way to put it. Like,
He was the
His-
best hitter on
his
the Rays. But
162 game average over 14 years, 266 batting average, 335 on base percentage, 28 home runs, 97 RBIs, 60 walks, 137 strikeouts, 85 runs scored. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like, that's a good season, but
Yeah.
like,
That's fine. But
he's the best hitter on the Rays, but that's not really saying much. I mean, like
no,
any other names that came to mind was like
Carl Crawford was the only
Carl
one that I would have thought.
Carl Crawford.
Yeah.
It was great.
Or
Two
Carlos
left here,
Pena,
guys.
but
2
I
to
don't know.
go. Here we
Being
go.
here for a couple of years.
This is the Texas Rangers best hitter over the last
Yeah.
20 years. Mike Haber, you're on this one.
Ah, jeez. This one is tough. I actually struggled
There's a couple of good ones.
coming up with them.
Yeah, it was tough for me too.
It's between three guys that I could
it was
really
splitting hairs, yeah.
You know what? Maybe four guys actually.
Is Mark Teixeira on the list?
He's on the list, but it's not him.
Not him. Okay.
He was not a guy I was considering.
He was close.
Good call though, because there was like 4 or 5 good years.
Yeah, a few towards the beginning.
There's 4.5 good seasons out of him.
Michael Young?
Another
Great
really
answer.
good guess, but that's
Good
not
guess.
right.
Great answer.
Yeah.
What a great answer. Won the batting title. No, I
Yeah.
believe 06.
Yeah, I had him in 2006.
That's right. You and I dueled out. You had Kevin Mensch, who I believe was also
It's not
on
Kevin.
the
Mensch.
Rangers.
I do love me some Kevin. Mensch.
It's not Kevin Mensch.
All
Put
right,
aside
so
card of
I
Kevin Mensch.
think I got the answer. I think. Can I go?
Go ahead.
All right. Ugh. Is it Josh Hamilton?
No,
Okay,
Nope.
so then is it Nelson Cruz?
no,
Nope.
Okay,
Is it-
so then go ahead.
Is it Adrian Beltre?
it is Adrian Beltre.
That was my next one.
He's the next like surefire Hall of Famer, right? We're talking about
Oh,
a dude,
yeah.
5 Gold Gloves, 4 All Stars, MVP votes out there.
How long was Beltre dominating for the Rangers though?
40. Let's see. He's probably the
Since
best.
2011 was the first
Yeah.
year.
2010
right?
even 28 and 102 with a
Well,
321
2010
batting
was in
average.
Boston.
Oh, 2010,
was
I
in
thought he was
Boston.
in Boston.
He was in Boston.
Yeah.
That's right. So 11, 32 and 105 with a 296. 2012, 36, 102 with a 321. 2013, 30 and 92 with a 315. 2014, 19 and 77 with a 324 batting average, 388 on percentage. He became less of a home run hitter, but 2016 he hit 32 and 104 with a 300
Jeez.
batting average and a 358 on base percentage.
As a
This dude was-
37-year-old.
As 30 at 37, yeah,
Damn.
yeah, he was absolutely ridiculous and
Incredible
dominant.
player.
And another
What-
corner infielder. So let's try
what
to
a-
find
what a
another corner infielder. Is he better than
great
Manny
player.
Machado?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better than the catchers?
Yeah.
Berkman,
Yeah, I think so.
477 home runs, 1,707 RBIs
Yeah.
from Adrian Beltre.
But again, are we looking at the whole career or with the team?
I think when we're talking about, edging these two dudes out, I think the fact that he has 500 more RBIs and 110 more home runs, regardless of where they came from, I think when
Fair.
it's that much of a difference, that's,
I agree.
yeah,
Okay.
all right. He's better than Berkman. Is he better than Freeman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he better
I'm not
than
ready to
Gold-
say. I don't even know if Freeman is better than Berkman anymore.
I don't think he is, honestly.
Flip him.
All right, done. Is
Boom.
Beltre
Thanks.
better than Goldschmidt?
Goldschmidt's not done yet, so I don't
Maybe.
know. Yeah, probably. What was Beltre's career batting average?
Adrian Beltre,
286.
286.
And
And
what's Goldschmidt's currently?
Goldschmidt currently, after 11 seasons, is 293.
What are Goldschmidt's averages? 162 game averages.
162 average, 293, 389, and 911 OPS. 31 homers, 102 RBIs, 15 steals, 92
Wow.
walks,
No.
104 runs scored, and 38 doubles. Adrian
Wow.
Beltre, 162 game average, 286, 339, 819, 26 homers, 94 RBIs, 7 steals, 84 runs scored. It's
I can't put him
Goldschmidt.
above that.
I can't. He's got to sit there. And I'm
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
even sure he really needs to go past Berkman either. 32 and 106 with a 293, a 406, a 943.
Wow.
I think Berkman goes ahead of Beltre too.
Yeah.
That's how
Okay.
it sits. Last one here, guys. It is the Toronto Blue Jays Ben Nisman, let's start with you.
I gotta think it's Carlos Delgado.
No doubt. It is Carlos
Yes.
Delgado, another corner infielder. So let's talk about whether he belongs above Jose Abreu. I feel like that's a pretty good comp.
I think so. Delgado was a beast. I mean, I don't know.
Carlos
I guess
Delgado,
Abreu is too.
I really wish
my
Delgado
gut is
would-
Delgado.
I really wish Delgado would have gotten 500 home runs. Like that would have made it like
that's a lot. That's a that line. 280, 383 with a 929 OPS, 473 career home runs, 1,512 RBIs, 1,200 runs scored, 480 doubles, 1,100 walks to 1,700 strikeouts in 2,000 plus games.
Is Delgado better than Freeman?
I think so.
yeah.
Oh man, I don't.
I think he's got to go there.
Delgado played on the Blue Jays for what, 4 years?
12 years.
12
Yeah,
years.
but okay, but from 2000
Of the 25, I know where Mike is going. I don't.
Yeah.
All right. 25
I
and
don't
90,
care.
25 and 92 and 96, 30 and 91 and
care.
97.
No, but he's talking
like-
about the years.
Yeah, he's
the-
talking about
I know that.
this.
Yeah.
I'm putting Delgado in front of Freeman. I think he was the
42 and
better-
145 in 2003 with a 302, a 426, and a 1.19 OPS.
I
What was
know
it? I
Delgado.
know we don't count the 2000 year, but what was the 2000 year?
41, 137 with a 344, a 470, and a 1.134 OPS.
What was his on base?
470.
47% of the time. He
He was
on
just-
base.
He was just much more of a pure hitter. Like
123 walks to 104
Delgado walks in the
strikeouts.
box or Freeman walks in the
Oh.
box. Who you facing? You know.
Yeah.
Delgado.
I'm
Yes, because maybe you
Delgado.
strike him
Is
out.
Delgado better than Beltray?
I mean, if you're looking at 162 game averages, probably. Right.
26 and 94 with a 286. Delgado's
38,
162.
120.
Oh my God, it's 38 and 120 with a 280 is 162 game average over 17 years.
Yeah, that's really good.
Really good. He's better
Yeah,
than
it didn't
Belt.
really fall off.
Is he better than Berkman?
Jason, just curious, did Jose Batista make it on?
Oh yeah,
A couple of years.
Probably only 2 or 3 years though.
three, yeah,
Definitely 2010. Definitely 2011.
and 2014.
Did okay.
Not
2014.
2015?
That was Donaldson's MVP.
Yeah, I know some.
Oh, right. Okay.
2012
Delgado-
was definitely Edwin. 2012.
Delgado
Was-
30,
was
home,
Edwin
30
also
more home runs.
2013?
Yeah.
11 seasons for Carlos Delgado of 30 home runs or more. Lance Berkman,
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
It's not gonna be 11.
6. It's half as much. He's better than Berkman. He's better than Paul Goldschmidt.
That's tough because like
Maybe.
Goldschmidt's still
Only
going.
11 seasons. 31 and 102 with a 293. Delgado's 162 game average of 38 home runs and 120 RBIs is just
It's gonna
absolutely
be better than a
But-
lot of guys.
But
It's gonna be
Goldschmidt's
better-
got the
it might be
steals
better
and the
than
average
Trout.
though, so like
Yeah.
not by
Anyway,
much. The average is only 13 ticks.
What about the OBP?
Delgado has a 383 and Paul Goldschmidt has a 389.
Oh, it's close.
Yeah.
I can go
think-
either way.
I think
with
this
those.
is a good place.
This is a good
Yeah.
spot.
He can't steal, but
and he's not better than Votto or Helton, so
no.
All right. So we have our 30 guys in our list. This is the one opportunity to make a case to bump someone up or down. Ben Nisman, you choose one guy, move him up or down.
Out of all these guys,
Yep. Whose case did we not well enough?
I feel like everything was pretty solid. Like, I mean, maybe Beltray, because Beltray is a borderline Hall of Famer. He probably is a Hall of Famer, where I guess some of these guys in front of him are not, but I mean, it's pretty solid, man. I'm happy with what we did here.
All right.
Yeah.
Mike Haber, do you have a case to move somebody up or down?
I don't think so. I feel like we honestly, I feel like we really did a good job.
All right, Jason, how do you feel?
Honestly, I love it. I think the only way I make a case for it, if we're looking at the span of a career, I don't like where we have Adrian Gonzalez. I think he needs to move up.
Adrian
Yeah.
Gonzalez versus Ryan Howard. Let's have that
Good
conversation.
point.
Let's do that. Adrian Gonzalez
Legit career conversation.
versus Ryan Howard.
Great point,
Wow.
Jason.
Okay. Adrian Gonzalez, 15 seasons. His career is 162 average, 27, 101, 287 average, 358 on base, 843 OPS. Ryan
I like the
Howard,
batting
100,
average.
162 game average of a 13-year career, 39 homers, 123 RBIs, 258 average, 343 on base with an 859 OPS.
I mean, Adrian Gonzalez's batting average is 30 points higher.
Yes. And the home run total for Ryan Howard is 12.
What's more important?
And the
I think
RBIs
Ryan
are
Howard having almost
20.
1,200 RBIs in 13 seasons, and it took Adrian Gonzalez 3 more seasons to get to 1,200. He has 7 more RBIs.
Yeah, but the
8
teams
more
he
RBIs.
played on though, like
Those Padres teams.
yeah, and those Phillies teams, like so. I think
Right.
there's some.
Stacked.
Yeah,
I don't know. I could see the argument if someone was to say Ryan Howard was the better player, you know.
I could
would
see it.
be
All
able-
right,
you know.
let's take a vote here. Ben Nisman, Ryan Howard, or Adrian Gonzalez?
I feel like over a career,
Yeah.
it's Adrian Gonzalez.
Okay. Mike Haver,
But
Adrian Gonzalez or Ryan Howard, gun to your head.
He's got the MVP. He's got the World Series. He's got the ring. I'm gonna say Ryan Howard.
Jason Ashby, Adrian Gonzalez or Ryan Howard?
if we're looking at the span of a career, the whole career, not just the peak, and the longevity and the durability, I got to go Adrian Gonzalez.
This is an incredible situation, as I have the unenviable task of either tying this thing or undoing it.
leaving him right where he is.
The peak of Ryan Howard's career was unbelievably stratospheric. That's another
unique.
That's another vocabulary word. However, it's 4 great seasons, 2 more great years, and then on the back end it was 196 with 25 homers, 229 with 23 homers, 223 with 23 homers. Like, those aren't good seasons.
No.
It's really 4 unbelievably meteoric seasons and a couple of others to back it up. Adrian Gonzalez is steady Eddie. So I'm going to go Adrian Gonzalez and give him the edge on this one. The only other one I have here, I don't know how Joey Votto is sitting as high as he is against so many of the guys underneath him that are playing the exact same position as him. I get it. Joey Votto can hit, and he has a great on-base percentage, but is he really that much better than Paul Goldschmidt or Carlos Delgado or Lance Berkman?
I think we decided those guys are all just very, very close. They're just bunched together, you know. And
I definitely
see the
can I definitely could see Delgado being better than Votto.
Lance Berkman versus Joey Votto. Let's take a look at that real quick.
Sure.
Berkman for his career, the 162 game average, 293, 406, 943 on OPS, 32 homers, 106 RBIs. Joey Votto, 28 homers, 91 RBIs, 302 average, 95 runs scored, 110 walks to 126 strikeouts. Berkman, 104 walks to 112 strikeouts. Berkman is better than I think we're allowing, like we're letting for. So I'm doing that. I feel a lot better about it.
It's good tonight.
Delgado
I can see moving
versus
Delgado
Votto.
above Votto too. Now that you mentioned
I
it.
think so too. The 38, 120, and his 280 batting average with 383 on base percentage.
If that was a 250 batting average, then I'd be like, nah.
Yeah,
Delgado
absolutely.
was solid throughout his career. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it was If it was just like it was bunched up in a couple of years, it'd be one thing. But Delgado was always.
It's only 2 fewer seasons for Votto at this point. He's not going to get to Delgado's homer total. He's not going to get to Delgado's RB. He's not as good.
Yeah.
He goes there. I like that better.
I agree.
Okay.
Cool.
So, to recap for those listening on audio, the A tier is Albert Pujols at the top, Mike Trout, Miguel Cabrera, Alex Rodriguez, David Ortiz, and Ichiro Suzuki. Do you have any opinions that any of those guys should be down in the B tier? Not hearing anything. All right. B
No.
tier begins with Todd Helton, Lance Berkman, Carlos Delgado, Joey Votto, Paul Goldschmidt, Adrian Beltre, Freddie Freeman. Any opposed to those or feel like somebody should bump up to A?
No, and I feel like having Freddie Freeman at the back of those guys is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's keeping out Buster Posey and Joe Mauer, Manny Machado, Jose Abreu, Aramis Ramirez, Ryan Braun, and Giancarlo Stanton in the C tier. Any complaints? Nothing.
No, I just find it
Stanton
awesome
being
that
at the back end.
the
is
fact
nice.
that Aramis Ramirez in front of two of those guys is very funny.
The D tier kicks off with the Mets representative of David Wright, and then we have Adrian Gonzalez, Ryan Howard, Jose Ramirez, Andrew McCutchen. I think those guys are all what we would call very, very good. One of them, there's 2 MVPs in this group still with McCutchen
Yeah.
and Howard. So
I
those are
don't
very,
know,
very
man.
good.
Are we really putting Aramis Ramirez in a higher tier than David Wright? Like, why aren't they on the same high tier? Was
Let's take a
Aramis
look.
Ramirez really a better third baseman than David Wright?
David Wright
Mm.
versus Aramis Ramirez. I think that's a very good, fair fight here.
Yeah,
All right.
you're-
David Wright, 14-year career. Aramis Ramirez, 18-year career. Aramis Ramirez has 140 more home runs. He has 500 more RBIs. He has a batting average 13 ticks lower than David Wright. He has an on-base percentage 35 ticks lower than David Wright. The OPS is 833 for Ramirez, 867 for Wright. 196 steals for David, 29 lifetime for Aramis Ramirez. 949 runs scored for David, almost 1,100 for Ramirez. 495 doubles for Ramirez, 390 doubles for Wright. I think Aramis Ramirez was the better player.
yeah.
But in a higher tier though, like should
think-
maybe Braun and Aramis and who else was Aramis in front of?
Giancarlo Stanton.
Should those guys all go in that tier with Wright, or should Wright and who was right in front of
Adrian Gonzalez.
Adrian Gonzalez, and who was he right in front of Ryan Howard?
Ryan Howard.
Should those 3 guys be going up to C, or should certain guys be going down to D? You know, that's my.
Or do we just have a situation like we did with the pitchers where
Yeah.
there's like this sort of D plus tier or a C minus tier
Right.
where we've
Yeah.
got these 3 guys that are markedly better. I certainly
I can't
think
believe
that.
Aramis Ramirez was a better player than David Wright.
Yeah.
It's a bummer.
The F tier is Evan Longoria, Cody Bellinger, Mike Sweeney, Anthony Rendon, and finally, the bottom of the barrel is the Oakland Athletics with Eric Chavez. Guys, this has
About
been
right.
unbelievable.
Yes.
Love it.
Yes.
Jason
Great
Ashby,
time.
thank you for doing the research on this one, my friend. Thank you.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure.
Mike Haber, thank you for being here as well. I'm sure we're making it a late night for you.
Thanks for having me. I was thrilled to do it.
Ben Nisman, you always keep us on our toes here. This has been a lot of fun.
Thank you for including me. Thank you so much for doing the research, Jason. This has been a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys allowing me to chime in. And it was just great to have our 4 minds put together and do all this. Thanks a lot, guys. Amazing.
Absolutely. Guys, thank you so much for watching and listening. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, ring that bell so that you know when we upload new videos. For those of you listening on Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, or any of the other streaming platforms, Thank you so much. Follow us, share this with your friends, and share this with your league mates, unless you want to beat them. Because, I mean, we're talking about the last 5 champions of the bigs right here, and it's only on the right side of this. Right here. Like, there's a wall right here. Champions only on this side. Anyway, go ahead and share this with your league mates. Follow us on TikTok for bloopers. We've got a really good one coming out from this episode. Probably 2, actually. Follow us on Instagram. I'll upload those as well. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you all for watching. And until next time, guys, it's been real, it's been fun, and it is always real fun in the bigs. See you next time.